What it do, YouTube? Be back again with another episode. I'm Twano23.
I'm Old King Cole.
And I'm Michael Buckets. And this is Ball Talk. So, kicking off a new pod. This week we had a lot of interesting games, I thought. A little bit shorter week because we're coming off of All-Stars. So, we're going to get into those, talk about how we felt about different things about the week. And then we're going to get into a fantasy expansion draft. So, we're all going to pick a random city. We plug some things into 2K, and we're going to basically just take the player pool from 2K and do a little expansion draft for fun to kind of see what they might look like. So, jumping into this past week.
Yeah, so for this last week, obviously starting off on the 20th, we got the Lakers versus the Blazers, and Brown went out for 40-year-old for 40. That's pretty nutty. 48 and 4 with 2 steals and a block. He did have 11 turnovers though, kind of but that's what you kind of see when you have a 40-year-old running the offense. Without Luka that night, it was just Braun and Reeves out there. Reeves with 31 points, a rebound, and 7 assists with 2 steals and 2 blocks. And on the other side, Denny Advia with 28, 4 and 5. He's honestly kind of turned into a really good player for them. I wouldn't lie. I would love to see Denny Advia with an actual winning team because I think he does do really good things here and there. But what do you guys think about Braun going 40? That's pretty crazy, huh?
Did he just
Yeah,
break the record for the most 40-point games by a 40-year-old or something?
yeah.
Or
With
something known like that.
well,
Social
he
media.
scored two. He has two 40-point games as a 40-year-old, which is one more than Michael Jordan, which is one more than
Okay.
anybody else. So he did, but I don't think it's as impressive as people think. I mean, it's definitely impressive that he's scoring 40 points for sure. Like, I'm not trying to say that's not impressive. In fact, I was gonna say I think this is the first year that I'm actually surprised. Like every other year that LeBron was too old to be doing what he's doing, I was like, he's LeBron though, just proving his greatness.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I'm actually surprised. Like I definitely thought he was going to start to fall off, for sure. Like no doubt in my mind, he was going to fall off, and he's still playing out there. Like he's 35 at the oldest,
Yeah.
you know. Um, yeah, so it's just definitely cool to see that. And the Lakers, without Luka, are a really good team. I think they're underrated, honestly. And I think it's because LeBron really can play any position.
Yeah, and Austin Reeves has really taken a big giant jump on top of LeBron's shoulders, really just like being able to like be that second fiddle whenever, like you said, like a Luka's out or something like that. This night with 31 points. I mean, he's really learned to be a really good NBA basketball player while never really being asked to be a huge role for them. Just be a role player is basically what their stance has been on him, and
Yeah.
he's shown out more and more. So that's definitely kudos to him. But yeah, man, LeBron this game, he was. I don't know if you guys actually saw highlights or actually watched this game, but man, LeBron was like you said, he looked 35 at the oldest this game. Like it was crazy. He was out there hitting faders, taking people one on one, going to the bucket just at will. It looked easy for him. I mean,
Like it honestly must be depressing for players our age in the league to play against LeBron.
yeah,
Because like they go there and they're like, I'm getting near my prime. Like I'm about to be the best in my career. You know, I'm 25 or so. I'm gonna start getting better. I'm gonna be really good. I'm gonna beat the old guys that are falling off. Then LeBron comes and literally yams it on you like he's Miami Heat LeBron.
yeah. And yeah, this game he shot 58% from the field and 50% from three. Like you said, just Miami Heat LeBron type stuff. Like, I mean, that's crazy work. So, yeah. Moving
Yeah.
on.
I
Also that
think
day, the
I,
Magic Hawks game. What were you
Oh,
gonna say, Antoine?
I was gonna say my boy Austin Slight had a stinker, bro. Bro got 32 points off of 9 for 21.
oh yeah, I was
That's
gonna say
kind
I had that
that's
written
kind of
down.
crazy.
42% from the field and 25% from three. Yeah, not too great for him, but I
Yeah,
mean,
but kudos on getting a 30 ball. But Jesus
oh yeah, it
Christ.
wasn't it wasn't done too well, and he had 6 turnovers himself. That was something I was gonna point
Yeah,
out. Was yeah, the Lakers kind of looked a little sloppy despite winning this game and pulling it out. They definitely
yeah.
need to work out the offense still a little bit more. Like there's some
Yeah, I was gonna
holes.
say. That's
In
not
my
playing
in my
basketball.
opinion, that's low key a very good mentality player. The fact that you missed that many shots and you were still able to score 30. Because most people at some point would be like, all right, I need to pass the ball. And they'd
Mhm.
stop scoring. They'd score like 12 points and then they'd stop shooting the ball because they think they're having a bad night. But I think the ability to ignore the fact that you're missing the ball, that you're missing your shots and like overcome that, almost like that Mamba mentality,
I,
like overcoming the fact and just taking as many shots as you can because you know they'll go in, you know?
I also think it has a lot to do with just the plays that are drawn up too for certain guys too, because if you look at the box score, Braun and Reeves were the only guys with shots that with double digit shots that game. Everybody else only had like I think 7 shots at max was Rui, and
Yeah, everybody basically had 7 shots except for Jemison. Everybody took 2 shots, and then the guys that
yeah, and then
barely
Braun and Reeves had
scored.
over 20 shots each. I mean, Braun was just
Yeah,
making that thing, but yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
yeah. I was gonna say that looks good as like a bud duo, and then you throw Luka in there. That's a trio. I wouldn't say a big three, but I'll say that's a nice trio. Seeing Austin can like even with shooting now for 21 can continue to like make plays happen for himself, and LeBron also like 14 for 24. That's LeBron doing LeBron things. Can't be mad at a 40 ball from 40-year-old.
Mm-mm.
And I definitely want to touch on that like idea that like you definitely would assume him to kind of drop off, but it's like this man is still playing at a very high elite level. That's
Mm-hmm.
like crazy considering he's 40 years old. He's not, some would say like not in his prime, but it's like how do you define LeBron's prime when he's
How do you?
consistently
I mean,
just the shit every year?
like, when did his prime end if he's not in his prime? I'd say a fair argument is like 2021, but
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's
maybe you could argue the year after the bubble just because they haven't been the team since then. But I mean, he
right,
could go off for another year and then it's like, all right, well, LeBron's back on top.
right.
Yeah, literally. I wonder
I'm
if
just
he's
gonna
gonna touch
jump.
50K.
He will in combined, like regular season and playoff points combined. He's actually really close to that, but I personally don't care about that one as much as like the other like regular season points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely want to see him touch like
Um,
50K
but
regular
I've
season
wondered that
points.
too because I think the oldest player to ever play is not actually Vince Carter. There's like 3 other people that are older than. There's one dude that played in like
Right,
the
Vince Carter just
40s.
played like the most seasons consecutively or whatever.
Right. But there was a dude, he was like 45, damn near 40, like a couple days away from 46.
Jesus.
And if anybody is going to try and break that record,
I was
it's
gonna
going to
say I know
be
like Jerry
LeBron.
West played till he was really old, right? I mean, maybe not
Yeah,
like
Jerry,
that, but still.
actually, Jerry West has more points in the finals than LeBron, but LeBron only needs one more good finals to like take that. He's like 200 points away or so, or less than 200, but
Dang.
more than 150, something somewhere in there,
He's just
where it's
gotta
like
get
one
there.
good finals run
Yeah.
away. But I'm just gonna jump to that other Lakers game, the Lakers Nuggets game, while we're on them.
Oh, okay, yeah. Lucas
Um,
scored 30 for the first time.
yeah, that was the first time that the Lakers let Luka run the offense.
And it looked
Um,
good.
it looked so good. Um, there was an interview I saw where LeBron talked about how he's like, I'm a natural born wide receiver and Luka is a natural born quarterback.
Dang.
And then there's like 3 different clips of Luka like on the other team's free throw line, just like passing it way down to LeBron and then him like getting an easy bucket. It's like, yeah, they're really something special.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's they tried to do the LeBron run the offense and Luka be the point scorer first, and that didn't work. And now they're switching it to again where it's like we're gonna make a 40-year-old man the main scorer on our offense, and Luka is gonna be the quarterback.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, not only that, the Nuggets kind of had a big stinker on the other side. I mean, I don't even think Jokic got 20. I think the only person that was in 20 points that game was Aaron Gordon with 21. Like, it was not really a good performances throughout that game.
no, yeah,
That's
Jokic got a
not-
12-point triple double,
Yeah.
and yeah,
If
it's
Aaron Gordon's your
28%.
leading scorer, that's not good.
Yeah, it's not a good game for the
No,
Nuggets. But yeah,
no offense to LeBron, but
right.
I thought
Lil
Westbrook
Bro
did
is
good. I
crazy, by
remember
the way.
when Westbrook was out there, he brought the energy. The bench was almost better than the starters because of Westbrook. Not gonna lie.
I didn't think you catch that, Cole.
Yeah, I caught that.
I didn't think neither that was definitely something for
Completely
me.
went over my
He
head. I don't
really
know what you
said
said.
Aaron
I,
Gordon's Lil
I,
Bro.
I said if Aaron Gordon didn't lead the score, that's that's not good for the team. But I was like, that's good for Lil Bro.
Yeah, definitely is.
Yeah,
He just doubles down on it.
Mm.
yeah.
But yeah, no,
From
the Lakers
series.
looked really good that game. I think LeBron had like 24 points and like 7 boards or something like that. Like
Right.
he had a really good game as well. Like you said, the
And
offense looked
just
really good all
Luka's
together.
touch is so crazy.
Mm,
Like he would have the defense completely convinced that he's going for a layup. And then all of a sudden the ball is magically in Austin Reeves' hands outside the perimeter and there's nobody around him. Like I couldn't even comprehend some of the passes he made. Like
yeah.
straight up, you can't even see his body make a pass movement. It's like he's holding the ball and then he's like, yeah, the ball's in someone else's hands now. And I don't know. It's just like an unbeatable touch. Like Jokic is truly the only comparable player to that touch. I don't even know if I can compare it to LeBron because, or like other great passers, because they almost have to like fake you out to convince you that they're doing something before they can do something. Like Jokic and Luka, especially, they just do it, and you don't know how they did it. You could never predict how they're going to pass the ball.
Yep.
Um, And yeah, I think this game really came down to Jokic. Like you said, he had a bad game. He wasn't prepared for Luka to come out and be hungry for this win.
Yeah.
I think Luka thought this was the perfect opportunity to prove that he's worth more than the Mavs think he is, and the perfect opportunity to prove that he makes the Lakers better. In the fact that the Nuggets are like the Lakers' biggest rival, even though the Lakers aren't the Nuggets' rival, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's not really rivalries in the NBA, but I hear you. The Nuggets have knocked the Lakers out of the playoffs a
Right.
couple
Like,
times in the recent history, so they probably kind of look at those games with a little extra oomph. I hear you.
right. So for Luka to join that team and then go and dominate the team that's been teasing them basically for years. Because all those series too, the Lakers be up like 90% of the game and then the Nuggets steal it in the end.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Yeah,
yeah, I
that
hope they
playoff
match
is
up again.
terrible.
And we get a Luka Jokic battle on top of that because it'll make it super competitive for the Nuggets to try and like again beat the Lakers, this new look Lakers. I mean,
Yeah, and also to transition off of like the passing conversation with Luca, I think I need to give even more. We all need to give even more credit. I'm not saying this guy's doing amazing all-star stuff, but Jackson Hayes really has stepped up his play from being kind of a guy that, I'm not trying to diss on him, but he was kind of a JaVale McGee Shaqtin' a fool for a little couple years there with the Pelicans and with, you know what I mean? Even the first couple years with the Lakers, he wasn't really looking too good with the offense. But, and maybe that's more credit to Luca as well, just because Luca makes everybody look better. But like you said with the passes, you never know when they're coming, and you could tell for those first couple games with Luca that Jackson Hayes had, like we had mentioned last week, like Jackson Hayes just wasn't really ready for a lot of those passes because he hasn't ever played with a guy like Luca. Like you said, you can't even compare
right.
LeBron to Luca's passing because even LeBron has to do a pass fake before he's doing this or that. Luca's just magic. And I think that's more credit to Jackson Hayes and even, like you said, Austin Reeves, everybody, just for being ready always to shoot the ball and to just get the ball and be in position because Luka's not a greedy superstar. He doesn't just need to get 40 every night. He could get 20, 15, and 15 and be happy as long as he got the dub because you know what I mean? That's truly all Luka wants at the end of the day
Right.
is to
Yeah,
get that win. So he's the ultimate competitor. So it's really like good kudos to Jackson Hayes and Austin Reeves and even Ruiz looked a bit better in certain moments in this past week for them. And yeah, just credit to the other guys for really just stepping up and learning to play their roles even better against or with another guy that's just going to elevate their play.
And the more that Jackson Hayes can learn to play off of Luka like that, and he's gonna be the make or break a championship type of piece.
Right, yeah.
Like
Like
you
he's
look
gonna
back,
need to play good post. Yeah.
right? Like, and because that's really, I mean, every championship team has a star player and probably a second star player right after them, but it really is the depth that matters, and it's really that guy who you don't expect to go off, like a Jackson Hayes, who all of a sudden is gonna fill that spot. I mean, I think he got a couple blocks in this game too, didn't he?
I don't have
He
any of
just
the
looked,
stats written down, but
he got one block and one steal. Um, so it's like he's making an impact on defense too, where you don't really expect that as another team. And that's why I say that can really be like a make or break thing where you're so focused on LeBron and Luka. How are you going to handle fucking
yeah.
Jackson Hayes throwing down lobs? But
Yeah, and
Free Cam Reddish.
they need to figure out how to get Alex Len actually working for that team because Alex Len has looked all but good for them. He has looked buns for them. He is not looking right for
They
them.
need to they need to free him and Cam Reddish. Free Cam Reddish, bro. That's a bucket. That
I
boy's a
think it's
bucket.
the
They
time
just
of the
need to get
season to
him
be
out.
freeing
I'm
people.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of past the whole Cam Reddish thing. I loved Cam Reddish for so long, and that was my favorite. As weird as it sounds, because I was more of a Ja guy than a Zion guy out of college, but uh, I loved Cam so much, the most out of the whole trio. But it's time, bro. It's time, Brody.
Bro, they playing Shake Milton though.
You could argue Shake Milton's had a better NBA career than Cam Reddish.
Because
I
Shake's been
mean,
given
and you look at
opportunities more
Max
than Cam.
Christie. Yeah, your
Mm-mm,
point's kind of
mm-mm.
proven by Max Christie. I mean, Max Christie goes to a new team, gets more opportunity, and all of a sudden looks like a good NBA
That,
player.
but we've done
Right.
that with
But
Cam
Shake
twice now. When he went to the,
but,
when he went to the
but
Knicks, they gave him opportunity and he did jack shit. And then when he went to the Hawks, they gave him opportunity and he did jack shit. I'm not saying
I feel
I love Cam. I would love to see this, but
I feel like on that Knicks team, that was when they was making the transition over to Jalen Brunson. So that was just a shit show in itself because they gave up Dennis Smith Jr. Like they was like, that's when they was giving up on Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina. That was just like a shit show all in all over there in New York. So like we see a bunch of guys didn't pan out over there. They ultimately got rid of
what
RJ
about that
Barrett in
Hawks
and
shit,
two.
bro? That shit should have been the perfect fit for him,
Yeah,
and that shit did not
the Hawks
work.
one was definitely. But if I'm seeing, like I don't want to diss some of these guys, but I'm seeing some creative players out there that's getting shine, that's like going 0 for 3. And like if I would rather have Cam Reddish going 0 for 3 than have, some of these other
I
guys.
hear
It's
you.
like
He still does have
when
good
did he
defensive
get
upside
drafted?
and
When
whatnot.
did he
Yeah.
get into the league? Type of,
So
mentality.
would you take Cam Reddish on the Bulls?
Would I?
No, Antoine, since he's the
I
one
would
rooting
give
for him.
me personally, I would give Cam Reddish a shot on the Bush. Yes,
Because I even would. I'm not even
I would
gonna
give him.
lie.
I
As
would
much
give
as
him
I
an
just said all
opportunity.
of that, I still think we could trade away. Like as long as we're giving up a guard. If we're giving up a guard, because we just need more size. So like, dude,
I'll give up.
I'll take
I would
Brian
give him
Scalabrine right now.
no disrespect, but I'll play Cam Reddish over like Javon Carter,
Yeah.
Same.
type of thing. Like these guys is getting 15 minutes. I don't think they're better than Cam Reddish. I think he's a product of politics in the NBA. He's going to be one of those guys that in the future is going to have a story to tell about how the politics just didn't work in his favor, and that's kind of the energy I'm getting. Because like he has the shoot mentality of like Austin Reeves can go down for 21. I'm sure if Cam Reddish got the green light to that level, he would do a stat line very similar to that. He probably wouldn't get as many points, but I'm sure he can go down for 21 type of mentality. Like I'm not saying Broke gonna be a superstar, but I feel like he definitely could be a nice role player given the right opportunity. I see guys like I said, creative players getting 20 minutes, 15, 16 minutes for the Lakers. Like Cam Reddish should be one of those guys getting those minutes, getting a chance to develop and figure out the system. Like we just saw Shake Milton just have a crazy shot on the fool moment. Bro shot at the fucking shot clock behind the rim. Immediately, I'm jipping your minutes. Yes, Cam Reddish, come on, next man up. Like, nah, I can't do that. That's crazy. But hopefully
All
he
right.
gets the right situation and shows some lights.
Oh yeah.
Let's stop talking about the Lakers.
Yeah.
You
I'm
don't
talking
like
about
the
the Lakers.
Lakers?
I love the Lakers personally more than most people, honestly. But we've been talking about the Lakers the entire time, bro.
Yeah, it's been about 20 minutes.
Lake Show.
Like, what are we, ESPN?
All right, moving on from that, we got the Magic that went up against the Hawks. This one was a really chippy one, really good all the way down to the end. Magic ended up scrounging out the win, 114-108. Paolo with 36 points, 10 boards, 5 assists, no steals or blocks, but only 3 turnovers. He didn't really shoot super good, but he shot really well in the moments that mattered. He shot 44% from the field and 30% from 3. Franz out there that game as well with 25 points, 7 boards, 5 assists. No defense from him either, but only 1 turnover. Shot 50% from the field, and he was 0 for 3 from 3, so didn't make any threes that game, but still went out there and did work for the team. And then on the other side, Trae Young with 38, 3 and 6 with a steal and 5 turnovers. So honestly, with the ball in his hands a lot, I'll take 5 turnovers with Trae. Honestly, that's that's like a perfect game from Trae.
He was really the only one being super impactful.
I was gonna say that, and that shows in him only getting 6 assists because we know Trae to get like 18 assists per game almost. Like if his team's gonna make the shots, like dude loves to share the ball. So.
Yeah, I think watching this game, I felt like the Magic definitely deserved the win, but it was a heartbreaking loss for Trae Young because I feel like he was playing harder than anybody, including Paolo, and it just wasn't working for him. Well, it was working for him. It wasn't working for his team. His team wasn't, being assist. They were being a little assist killers over there.
Yeah, no doubt. And we also saw this game, Paolo and Georges Niang getting chippy at the free throw line where Georges Niang was like talking some ish and Paolo said back like, this is what we did to you last year. I was getting buckets or whatever. And then Georges Niang said like, you ended up going home or whatever. What y'all think about that? That was some goofiness.
I like that. Bring that intensity back. But bring back the superstars like Georges Niang. You talking shit. You ain't putting up.
It will be because the people that are the chippiest and kind of like that little rivals right now are like 23 and under.
I was gonna say you can see the younger generation really starting to do that with Paolo doing this, Ant talking a lot of shit to everybody. Like
5 years from now, it's gonna be. Oh, bro, he's gonna have a real rivalry.
He's the one that we're going to hear about in like 10, 15 years, like Tim Duncan, where like we didn't see it or hear any of the shit talk, but he just like walked past his like guy that he just dunked on and like tap him on the butt and be like, good defense.
No, you know really what it is?
Say some like chippy shit like that where it's like, fuck you.
What I've learned about Cade Cunningham is he just used to bust all of these guys' ass in high school.
Yep.
So they fear him from that. It's like I just keep hearing stories about him. He was the guy you were scared to play in high school because he was going to come bust that ass. So now that they're in the league and he's figured out his rhythm this season, it's like now he will bust your ass in the NBA too. Like, I feel like dude definitely fear to play Cade Cunningham. I don't think he's taken lightly in his age group right now with like those younger guys like the Jalen Greens.
I mean, shit, he's the only reason. I mean, I'm not going to say the only reason, but he's like the main reason the Pistons look any good this year.
He is the only reason. That's technically when you're talking.
They got Jalen Duran and stuff.
But I'm saying it takes your superstar to hit his superstar potential. If he didn't reach who he was as a leader of the team would, be doing that.
That's true. They'd probably be historically bad again. I hear you.
It's like him, like it's like an unspoken. Like he kind of put that thing on his shoulders and was like, "I got us," and they give the other guys confidence of like,
no doubt.
Okay, I feel like kind of like Shea was like Shea kind of gave his guys confidence to
he gave his guys crazy confidence.
Without him over there, you put any other guy in his age bracket from that draft.
That's a really good comparison right there. The Cade Shea.
They definitely are super similar.
Like they're like the way that they kind of like bring up their team, they're kind of silent. Like Shea isn't out there like talking hella shit. He kind of just hoops and then he like walks off with like a grin and he's like, yeah, I just did that shit. Kind of same shit with Cade and like bringing the team up, kind of creating a culture there. I see that. That's definitely a really good comparison. Another thing I wanted to bring up about this Magic game, though, Banchero now has 47 games with at least 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, and that's the third most behind Giannis and LeBron before their 23rd birthday.
Damn.
Yeah, so he isn't even 23 yet, and he's already got 47 games with at least 20 points, 5 and 5. So he's looking like he's going to be in top tier conversations for years to
He's
come.
one of those guys, kind of like a Wemby, but maybe not as extreme of a case as Wemby, but like where he comes into the league and he's already ready to be a
Oh
superstar.
my gosh, yeah. From the
Yeah, for
moment he hit the
sure.
floor, he was just leading the Magic. It
Right.
was like, okay, y'all found your
Exactly.
guy.
Yeah, for real. And
Yeah,
it's like he's a guy that you're scared to play against.
hmm
yeah, he confident, which
Yeah,
is like
especially in this
everything.
game too. Yeah, you see that confidence. Like late in the game, he's not scared to take those big shots, even if he's having kind of a rougher shooting night by the percentages. He's still gonna take that final shot, and he's gonna make that final shot.
But talking about Cade and talking about the Hawks, Cade and Trae Young had that battle where they were going like bucket for bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as well, it was like a playmaking battle too. They were both setting up their teams really well. And yeah, I feel like that was a really fun game.
Yeah, for
Just
real. Both guys, like you said, Cade and Trey with 38 points, just making the whole team look great on both sides. I mean, on the Pistons side, you got what, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven guys with at least double digits. Like, that's crazy. Like, they had the whole team hooping out there. And then the same thing on the Hawks side. I mean, they only had what, one, two, three, four, five guys in double digits. So not as many, but still, I mean, like you said, I mean, a good playmaking duo as well with 12 assists with Cade and then 13 with Trey. It's just, that was an amazing game to watch. They were
that's pure
going,
basketball
yeah,
right
they were
there,
going bucket for bucket, setting up their team. Like, that's true point guard play right there.
And that's like these are the teams like I guess the Hawks aren't as young as I kind of make them out to be in my head, but the Hawks and the Magic and the Pistons, these are the teams with like these star guys that are about to be the superstars in the league, the all-star starters, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So and they're all in the East. So come playoff times, these are going to be the competitive matchups that we have. And there's gonna be these rivalries that we want being born from that, especially like with Trae Young and the Knicks and that, you know. So it just you see it coming where it's gonna go back to like even Cade kind of is like turning the Pistons back into the bad boy Pistons, especially with the help of Isaiah Stewart.
I don't think they're going to have him for long, but I hear you.
No, definitely not. But like it's just, you know.
You hilarious. He definitely brings that bad boy Pistons vibe. But yeah, no, it was a great game. Seeing two amazing point guards go bucket for bucket back and forth was that was cinema right there. Like that was
Yeah,
amazing basketball. And like you said, that's definitely some. I mean, I mean, I think the Pistons are for sure out of these two teams the team that's for sure going to be the same in five. Well, for the most part, the same in 5 years. I think they'll have most of their core. I think the Hawks are the
right.
team that's a little bit of a question mark if they'll still have Trey, if they'll still have all
Yeah,
these
they could
guys.
definitely.
But I hear you on the sense of this could be a really deep playoff matchup that we see in maybe 5 years if, Jalen Johnson, Trey, even Zachary Ricochet, Dyson Daniels, if they all stick together and they keep that really good core and all progress together, I think it'll be crazy. I think that would be nuts.
There's a lot of good young teams in the East too. Like these teams are like we mentioned the Magic or even like the Raptors, who are kind of a question mark right now. But
Yeah, the
um,
Magic are back to being like low key my favorites out the East. I'm not gonna lie.
I see the East becoming more competitive going forward.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if they'll become better than the West in the near future, but I think it'll definitely get more evened out just because there you see a lot of teams in the East with a good foundation for the next half decade to a decade.
Not gonna lie, I think it's time to blow up the Hawks.
That's why I
I
was like,
agree.
And
I don't really
I'm
see them staying together that long,
No,
but
yeah.
yeah,
They're like
and
kind of in
and
this conversation, but not I mean they're what I'm talking about. They were that like 5 years ago.
right.
they're 25 and 32. I think as somebody who likes Trey Young, it's time to move on. It's time to blow that up. It's time to hit the rebuild. It's just not working. He's just not their guy, and they're just not his team. Unfortunately. But in terms of how this business goes, I think it's time to definitely hit that restart button and try to figure it out. I guess they probably might have started that with the Ricochet. Might have started that with him, but yeah, I definitely think it's time to like kind of
It's
part
hard to think
ways and
about where Trey
send
Young
him
would
to
go.
Truly.
There were so many rumors about the Lakers for so long that I kind of thought that would be the guy that the Lakers were going to next kind of build around.
I don't think that
Uh,
would have been good personally. I feel like that would have been one of them things where we was just gonna blame it on Trae because he was gonna come under those lights, and
You're
you know,
valid.
like
No one's ever
it's
gonna
different
blame
when you
anything on Luka.
yeah, it shit hit different when you get in them LA lights. Like I don't know, it's just like
It seems
you
like
get to
everybody loves the
LA,
West Coast, man.
yeah, you get under them Laker lights, and it's make or break. If you don't show light, like you see when Luka first came in his first 3 games, he scored under 20. They was like, "Is his confidence killed?" It's like, well, he's stressed. He has a newborn child. He's trying to figure out where his child is about to live. He got to figure out how to get his stuff from
He's trying to read a
Dallas
whole new
to
offense.
LA.
Like,
It's like nobody's going to just come out immediately and just be like the hot stuff. Like they don't understand the mental toll that takes. Like this is his life. Like I would hate for me right now for my house for somebody to tell me I'm getting traded somewhere else, and I have to like be like, well, whoa, I gotta pack my game, my clothes, like I got all this stuff going on. You
yo.
know,
Get
like
to the
I
game.
wouldn't be able to function. Oh yeah, my game. That's my. I would move anywhere if I have my game, TV, and Wi-Fi. Like that's the only thing I need personally right now. Like my game, like that's my everything. Just being honest, because that'll
No,
help take my
bro.
mind off whatever's going on in my
Nah,
life.
for real
If
though.
anything's too
No, I hear you. I'm
stressful,
definitely
like
addicted to
somebody
the game.
die, like my game is like what
I'll
I'm
be like,
doing.
I just need to focus on that. Yeah, I hear you. But talking about playmaking, the Clippers and the Pacers had another playmaking battle, like we're talking about. Uh, James Harden and Tyrese Halliburton getting 11 and 12 assists.
Who had
Uh,
11 and who had 12?
Yeah, I didn't
James
really.
Harden had 11. Tyrese Halliburton had 12.
Ooh.
I didn't really have much written down from this game. I'm not gonna lie. At this point in the season, I have all but turned off the Pacers. Like the Pacers are one of those teams that I'm not watching anymore. I don't
That's
really.
completely valid. And I would agree with you, except for the fact that I'm super into James Harden this season, just because I think this is his best season since he was on the Rockets. And that's really exciting.
No doubt, yeah,
Um,
no, I definitely agree with you there, and like I
so that was my draw to it.
yeah, on the opposite end for sure. I love like the Clippers and how they've been playing this year. Even Norman Powell having as much of like a rebound season that he's been having, it's been super awesome to see.
Right.
So that's been cool. But yeah, I'm a box score
But
watcher
yeah,
if
I
it's
mean,
a Pacers
but
game.
despite all that, the Pacers they showed up. The Pacers definitely played a game that I wasn't expecting them to, especially Tyrese Halliburton had a really decent game.
No,
He
yeah,
really
for sure.
controlled his offense the same way as all these playmakers. And just, I love how playmaking centered the league is, you know? Like, it's almost like you need to have a good passer on your team if you're going to compete with other people. And I think that people underrate passing, I'm going to say. Now,
Especially the Phoenix Suns, they underrate passing a little bit too much.
exactly.
That's why we
And
see the
it's like,
Phoenix Suns being so bad because they don't really have a, like you said, a true playmaker that can go out and get you 10 assists almost every night. Because if they
Yeah,
had
they
that,
tried with Tyus.
yeah, and that shit ain't working
Tyus
like
just
that.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
he's
for
a solid
me,
passer, but not a starter.
No.
if it's 2016 and we are completely like doing a redraft of the league, a fantasy draft, 2K, whatever, everything's getting redone, and I have the second pick, I'm probably going to take Harden over Curry. And this is a recent change for me. I was just thinking about this a couple of weeks ago where I was like, low-key, I would rather build my team around Harden because he's got that playmaking ability and that three-point ability to where he can score 50 points, but he also can just be a playmaker in a way that Curry can't.
You
And
said
I'm not
start a
trying.
rebuild around one of those guys? Like right now?
No, 2016.
Harden or Curry, you said?
Yeah, I said if I had the number 2 pick. So if I had the first pick, I would pick LeBron because I know he's going to play till he's 40. But with the second pick, I said recently I would switch to rebuild around Harden because if you switch Curry and Harden in that time, put Curry on the Rockets and put Harden on the Warriors are still going to be the team that wins the championship.
But
I mean,
isn't
that year
that just
specifically,
isn't
the
that
Cavs
just
won.
like credit to the Warriors GMing them? Because I
No,
think
yeah, I guess, but I'm not. I'm not trying to say that Harden's better than Curry. I'm just trying to say I would rather build a team around
Oh yeah, no, no, no,
James
no.
Harden
Debate.
because of the passing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so I don't know what the rest of the team's going to look like because I'm not going to do the whole fantasy draft. But
See, personally,
my point is just that.
Personally, fuck that. Let Curry fucking splash from 40 every single time. I love your takes and whatnot, but yeah, no, definitely not.
Hey,
If
I
you got
wouldn't be mad.
Well, but if
But
you got
I agree
then
LeBron's
you
number
need
one.
James.
Well, I'm saying I got the number 2 pick. I didn't
Yeah,
get to pick
LeBron's
LeBron.
number one.
Oh,
Yeah, LeBron's
LeBron
number
got
one
the-
in almost
LeBron
every
went somewhere
draft
else.
from
Now I have
okay,
to
yeah.
decide who the
what
second
you're
best
saying.
is.
from like
And
2003 to like 2018. I think LeBron's probably the first pick out of every draft ever.
yeah.
Not mine.
All right. So you're gonna pick Derrick Rose. You're gonna pick Kevin Durant. You're gonna pick Kyrie Irving.
He'd be picking KD. He'd be picking KD 2016.
Oh, for sure.
Because that's pretty
Without
quick.
a doubt.
That's pretty quick off the MVP. I think he won MVP in 2014, right?
Yes,
No,
sir.
when
I
we
just
did
wrote
that
it. I just
too,
wrote about it
Kaylee.
in the paper.
You
Hell
let me
yeah.
do the trade so that you could have KD and Kyrie, and I got Curry and LeBron, and you were okay with it.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I
I'll
know.
take KD and Kyrie. I take KD.
And you said I'm getting who?
Huh?
The other, so
You
it's
get Jamal
basically
Murray and Ray Allen.
I was.
I don't even think Ray was in the league in 2016.
You still gonna win.
I was the Warriors, and he was the Cavs, and we traded LeBron for KD. Was the deal?
Mhm.
Whoa.
Exactly, bro. I was like, you're joking me, but I respect your take. I mean, those are the top 4 players in that time.
I'm sure you would trade me KD for Giannis.
In 2016?
Like, wait,
If I had the Bucks and you had the Warriors.
yeah, 100%.
Exactly. So I'm saying,
Yeah,
but
for
if-
sure.
but I'm saying even though
That's
Giannis is
GG's.
younger and he
even though
fits
KD
better.
had- but I'm saying
I already
even though
got 2
KD had-
shooters. Why do I need KD? I need
Listen,
Giannis. I need a
because-
yammer.
Yeah, because they
KD
needed a center. That was the problem that they had towards the end of that whole run. They could have been dynasty had they had
Make your
Giannis.
point though. Make your point though. Did you just laser light me?
My point was you would do it off like liking Giannis more, even though KD has had the better career thus far.
I disagree with you though. I would do it because Giannis is a better fit. I mean, they ended up breaking up because Klay Thompson was pissed that KD was taking too many threes. That basically sums it up. I mean, that's not directly what it was.
I think it was
but it's
Draymond.
like,
I think it was Draymond.
Yeah,
I
Draymond, too.
think Draymond was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I think KD and Clay had their beef, but they was like
Because
you know,
didn't
like,
KD
but
admit
it's
to that's
bigger.
what it was?
and no offense to KD, but Giannis is just a friendlier, better people communications person, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like Giannis would have fit on that team.
I think the media killed KD though. I think how the media swayed to like him leaving and going to the Warriors is what killed. Because when you look at his MVP speech, he was such a people's person in terms of the media. And then you look 3 years later, now he's like fuck everybody. I think he's just mad that the media basically.
I think
fucked
it's
up his
I
name.
think him losing 3-1 to the Warriors and then leaving straight to them is always going to leave a sour taste in everybody's mouth. I know that it's been years removed, so many years removed, and none of us care about it. But there's going to be a certain percentage of NBA fans that care about that until the day he's gone, because like
Yeah.
it's going to follow him around forever.
And
It's always the people who
comparable.
don't know basketball too, who like
Yeah.
barely watch basketball. Like, hey, eat a cupcake.
Hey, I was about to say
you
the
don't even
cupcake
watch
shit, yeah.
basketball. You don't even watch basketball for real. You just know that was a headline, and that's the only point you could say about KD. And that's the only thing you know about his career.
Yeah.
You know
No,
he
and it
wouldn't
was
have did the
comparable to
two-peat.
LeBron going to the Heat too. And like that was almost worse because him and Wade and Bosch were like plotting where they were going to build a super team, you know.
Where
Even like
Miami-
Kawhi and Paul George tried to do that, where they're like plotting where they're going to build their little thing, and people don't hate on them, but it is because, like Cole said, you just lost to that team, and the fact
Yeah.
that he low-key snaked Westbrook, and
Yeah, he
like
definitely
on some
did.
real
Snaked-
homie shit, like
yeah,
hurt
bad.
that man's feelings
Yeah.
for real, and like.
Those matchups for the next couple of years were stellar though. When they were like
I loved
forehead to
it.
forehead going nuts, that shit was.
Like, I
was
know
nice.
you, boy.
Yeah.
I know you, boy.
That shit was
And then in
nice.
2014, he was
Would
doing a
Westbrook
shout-out.
have ever won MVP? KD didn't leave.
Probably
No.
not. No,
No.
because KD was the leader of that team. As much
Right.
as I love Westbrook, KD was the leader of that team.
And
No,
Westbrook got on
I've
fuck
always
shit
viewed
after
that as Westbrook's best season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Westbrook
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like got like crazy angry about it.
Yeah, he was telling his teammates, "Move, my rebound." Like, bro turned into a whole different level. Like he turned into a superstar. Like he turned into an even more superstar. He turned into a phenom, type
Oh
shit.
yeah, like it was like
Like,
nobody could
like
touch him.
yeah, bro was that was like, man, it's like I wish we can get those days back when we were seeing the triple dub Russ. Like that shit was crazy. Like every day you woke up, Westbrook had another triple double. Like when he did the 2020-21 for Nipsey. Like
Yeah.
what?
The
Like
game
bro
he
hit a
hit the
60 ball for the rolling 60.
the
Like
game when he secured the triple double over a season when they were wearing the orange when he was playing against the Nuggets and he hit that
yeah.
last second game winner, bro. That shit was
Like
crazy, bro. Those were the days for real. Because then at the
yeah.
same time you have on the opposite end of the spectrum, you got Curry winning unanimous MVP for the first time ever in history. You got LeBron going crazy with Kyrie. Like man,
Yeah.
that will always be my favorite NBA, but I think that's everybody's favorite is always going
No,
to be like when they
I
were
would
really
agree.
getting into it and like
And that
That
was just a
25th.
really good era too. I mean, just specifically those three guys that are like legends in the league today, and you know who I'm talking about. Uh, it's like that coming off of that. I feel like that's a reason that we feel like the NBA viewership is so bad is because we just came off of debatably the best or one of the best eras in the NBA. So
Yeah.
it's just like a little fatigue coming off of that, and the fact that they're still around definitely affects that. You know, the
Yeah.
fact that
The
like
Curry
LeBron,
era.
Curry, and KD are still the face of the league when really it should be like Shea, Jokic, and Giannis. Um, that
None of them
definitely
American. That's crazy.
I was about to
that's
say
a
Luca
that's a
too,
part
so
of it
that's
too,
crazy.
you
Yeah.
know. Um, maybe this is controversial, but even Stephen A. Smith said it. He's like, we need the face of the league to be an American player. And it's like we're like rejecting these great
Yeah, I
talents,
think he's
you know.
tripping with that.
I
Yeah,
think I,
same.
I think it's good that they're the face of it, but I like the idea of like creating that competition for it though. Of like y'all really gonna let some foreigners come and be the face of your league? I don't think they should. Like I don't think like, hey, you guys should never let a foreigner be the face of the league. But I like the idea of like trying to get that
And I
that
think
fire
the
lit
only
under the
one
American players.
I think the only one that honestly got that type of vibe from it too is probably Ant. Like I think Ant's the only one because you see him playing in the Olympics, like trying to show out for that, really taking pride in that, and then
And
also
it affects viewership. It really does. You know, there is people who care more about Zion Williamson than other players in the league who are winning MVP right now, just because he's American. And
yeah, I'm sure that so many people still to this day don't really know much about Nikola Jokic. As sad
right,
as
or
that
like
is to say, because
Sabonis,
he's
nobody
really
talks
doesn't
about
have an
Sabonis.
exciting play. Yeah, especially Sabonis. You bring up Sabonis to somebody and they're gonna say who.
Yeah, they're who?
Yeah.
It's like that guy that breaks Wilt Chamberlain records.
Yeah,
That dude.
bro.
That's what
Bro,
I'm talking about.
actually, he's a valuable asset to the team. He can do everything,
He's
Yeah.
and
top 10
he.
in the league.
Yeah, I love
Huh?
Sabonis.
He's top 10 in the league, bro.
Give me your top 10, and because you tripping.
Oh, off the top of my head,
Sabonis
um,
top 10?
I've
Yeah,
been saying this pretty much all year, bro. I'll be putting Sabonis there. That's that
that's
dude.
respect though. I respect it.
I will say this season he might have not been there as much as I wanted him to in the offseason, but especially in the offseason I picked up on it. But I'm gonna put him at number 10 and tell you anyways and see who gets gypped.
All right.
So we're going Jokic, Shea, Giannis. After this, it's gonna be shaky. I'm just gonna say names, but we're gonna put Tatum up there. I'm gonna put LeBron, Curry, and KD up there. Glad you guys are counting. It's helpful. So what do I got left?
So you got
Three.
three left.
Well, you got two, two, two.
Because I
Because
got
he
to
already
put
put 10.
Sabonis.
Yeah, you
All
already
right.
did
Oh,
10.
yep,
You
yep.
got two.
That's low key pretty easy. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna put Luka there.
Luka's so low.
Well,
I honestly didn't think of
I,
him because of the first half
I
of
would
the
take this.
season straight.
I
And
would.
I said after the first three, and there's no order at this point.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
I would do my 10 out of order too, just because it's kind of hard to say like who's like really, really number one in the league.
Yeah, and
Like I would say
honestly,
Shea is number one in the league, and then after that,
Did
my
you say
list would be
Tatum?
unnumbered. Yeah, he
I
said
said
Tatum. Tatum
Tatum.
was the first, I think.
He was the first after the three. So yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. After
those three MVP candidates, Luka, Tatum, the three legends. Then I got two more spots. And honestly, when I'm sitting here, it's between for those two last spots, it's between Cat, Sabonis, and Wemby. So who am I missing? And I'm gonna jip Wemby too because he's younger and he's got that blood clot injury. And if it wasn't, I would jip Cat. But yeah, who would I be missing? Anthony Davis.
You don't think Anthony? Did you say Anthony Edwards?
I did not say Anthony Edwards.
You don't think he's top 10?
Not
I would
right
say he's
now.
top 10.
You're crazy. Y'all are.
Bro, he's been struggling hard with that double team. He's been getting it worked out for sure, but that's definitely putting a damper on it.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
But yeah, bro, I mean,
No, I can hear the argument. I mean, everybody's got their own thing.
I will say, now that we're speaking out loud about it, he's more like 9 to 12 than top 10. Like he's that range for me for sure. He could definitely fall out of top 10 easily, but I still think he's underrated enough that even I be sleeping on him. So I give him a little edge for that.
I was like, maybe that just shows how much I even be sleeping on him, even though I'm giving him credit. You know what I mean?
No, like I talk about how he slept on, but I still like I barely pay attention to him.
Yeah.
I think he's
So
all-star potential for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think he should have been an all-star this year.
Like he's definitely in run.
yeah,
for,
all-star is
you know,
interesting too.
What's that shit called?
You know, because like you're gonna give love to Jalen Williams, even though you're not gonna call him top 10 in the league.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we're gonna talk about Anthony Edwards scoring 40 points, aren't we?
Yeah, 37. You're talking about
37.
him.
He scored 37.
Yeah, you're talking about him when he played against Houston.
Yeah.
Yep. So on the 21st, Houston played against Minnesota, and this is a huge game for the Rockets, in my opinion, because as much as everybody says that they don't really have that set guy, and if you look at the paper, Anthony Edwards was probably the best player on the floor. Ant had 37 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, no steals, a block, 3 turnovers. Didn't really shoot too great from the floor, honestly, 40% from the field and then 28% from 3. But you see Jalen Green out there scoring 35 as well with 5 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, and he actually shot really well, 50% from the field and 45% from 3. And then Sengun shot pretty poorly from the field, but still ended up having 24, 13, and 2. And then as a team, the Rockets shot 50% from the field and 50% from 3. I thought that was really good for them. They shot the ball amazingly, and that showed with them ended up squeezing out the win 121 to 115 over Minnesota. What do you guys think about that?
Didn't they have like 47 rebounds too or something? Just like a decent amount of rebounds. And I always be checking rebounds after the game, and I'm like, oh yeah, that really rebounds pretty much win the game every single time.
Yeah, usually rebounds do tend to lead to winning the game, almost like you said, every single time. What you guys think about this game for the Rockets? I thought it was a big win. I mean, especially with all the concerns about could they beat a team with like a set guy. I mean, not saying that they can't just outright, but I mean, this was a really like it looked good for them.
No, yeah,
it definitely looked like a full team effort. You know, I feel like this is what you look for in your team, and then like Jalen Green just needs to take that next step of consistently being that guy for them. Like if you number 1 and Alperen is number 2, and then you got Jabari and Amen and Tari, you have those guys that will, you know, switch off the 3, 4, and 5 slots, and you got Dylan Brooks being the defensive power. I think, you know, I think that's a good recipe for them. But I think Alperen and Jabari and Jalen Green and the men playing hot potato with who's going to be the hot guy tonight. It's just like, you know, it's just like some people might say that'll work, but I don't think it'll work. I think you have to have that one guy that's like, you are the one that carries us. Like you don't have to score 50, 40 every night, but you have to be that guy that you have to lead us. You have to put in, have that mentality that you are going to do whatever it needs to be done. But like having guys that's like, oh, you didn't pass me the ball today, so I can hit 30 points. Like, you know, like that's not, I don't think
so still a non-believer, huh?
Yeah, TBHS.
That's crazy.
I think they young too. Like when you think about teams like the Nuggets and like you think about
that
like,
is hard
and, like,
in the West because there's a lot of deep. older
Even
teams.
even the Grizzlies, like even the Grizzlies older than that. It's like you got these teams that's like real grown men out
I don't
there
believe in the
playing, not these.
Grizzlies.
But
But I was
they're at that point. Like they're at that point where they're gonna they're gonna have a good playoff series. If they lose the first round, they're gonna have a good series. If they make it
Who
to
are
the
you
second
saying?
round, the Rockets.
Okay.
If they make it to the second round, that's better than what I could have anticipated from them. And that'll be huge. And then you look coming back next year, they're not viewed as a young team that's up and
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
anymore.
I'm
They're
not
viewed
saying that
as a
I see
team that
them as
just
like a
came out of the
championship
playoffs. Like,
contender, but like you said, yeah, I think that they could definitely
I,
sneak their way out
I
of a
think they need
first
one more
round,
year.
maybe even win a second round and sneak their way into a Western Conference Finals and lose there. But I think that's about the farthest I could ever see them
right.
taking it this year. But yeah, I
And
definitely
it's
believe
harder
them
to
as
do that in
being
the West too.
I don't see them going. I don't see them going West Conference. I don't see them beating the
no.
Timberwolves. I don't see them beating like they might have won this one. I don't see them beating the Timberwolves in a 7-game series.
You got to
I
remember
kind of
the
see it.
Timberwolves.
They don't
The
look so
Timberwolves
hot
are,
after this.
yeah, they're kind of messy.
Yeah,
You know,
after the trade, man, they just trying to figure it out
But you
still.
got but you
I
got to
would
know
love
about
it though.
playoff basketball. These some young guys. They get out there and wet the bed.
You
You're
know,
like,
before
yo,
that
what they
trade,
doing?
like a couple days before the Carl Anthony Downs trade, someone was like, "Who's gonna win the championship this year?" And I was like, "The Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are gonna win the championship." What a different league we're in
Yeah,
from a couple days before the season started.
But honestly,
they wet the
I
bed.
think the Rockets have done really well at surrounding their young guys by really good vets who have been in good spots. I mean, first name's not going to be exactly that, but Dylan Brooks has been on good teams with the Grizzlies. That Grizzlies team probably looked like the best it had been since this season with Dylan Brooks and all of them. He was playing really good with them. Steven Adams, he's been an amazing role player for his whole entire career, been around winning players like Westbrook, his MVP year, and helped a lot with that. And then you got Fred VanVleet on the team too. I mean, Fred VanVleet is a championship guard. I mean, he's not going to bring maybe the production of like a Kyrie or like a Curry or something like that, but I think you know what I'm saying? Like the things that he can bring mentally to those young guys might help them not, as you said, wet the
Yeah.
bed as much in the playoffs, and they might be able to
Yeah,
play
like
it out a little
I
better.
definitely want to see them succeed, but I definitely like I feel like we always see young teams that play good and then they get to the playoffs and we just see them get struck by teams that just show their like maturity and composure in those, hard moments. Like I don't see none of these guys on the Rockets hitting that clutch shot in a close game. Honestly, like there's
I
probably
hear
guys
that.
that can do it, but like I don't see them taking that shot like Anthony Edwards to take. I haven't seen Nas Reed being able to hit a clutch shot and like win a game,
Right.
like on some accidental crap. But
Yeah.
I don't see I don't see that for the Rockets, and that's no hate to them. Like I'm not saying they're not talented, but I think next year they will definitely have a better opportunity. I just think they're still kind of young to get to that Western Conference Finals. I can definitely see them going second round, but I don't see them hitting the conference finals. And if they do hit the conference finals, that's definitely very good for them. And if anything, I'm a credit that to Ime Udoka because that just shows his pattern. Like
Yeah.
he came and took this team over from who's their team? Steven Silas. Like he came and took this basically same young team over from him and turned this team into like a Western Conference like contender. So
Yeah.
that'd be a credit to like Ime if
No
anything.
doubt. Yeah.
Especially given like his scandal going on, everybody tried to like discredit like this man wasn't a great basketball coach. And
Yeah.
yes, he did XYZ, but that's more personal. It has nothing to do with his professional career,
No.
is
Yeah.
what I
He's an
think.
amazing head coach for sure. Moving on from that game, though, also on the 21st, we had the Cavs versus New York, where the Cavs just absolutely decimated New York. I think they had like a 29-point lead or 27-point lead going into halftime. Cavs had 6 guys in double digits here. Spida Mitchell with 27, 3 boards, 5 assists, a steal and a block. Shot amazingly. Like this man was lights out from the field, 66% from the field and 71% from three. This guy barely missed that night.
They pummeled them boys.
Yeah, and as a team, they shot 60% from the field and 51% from three. They shot amazingly. Towns out there with 23 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, a block, and a steal. Shot pretty well, 66% from the field and 33% from three. And Brunson with 26, 4 and 4 with a steal and 58% from the field and 50% from three. So they both did pretty good, but the rest of the team really did not. And the Cavs showed that they're that team this year.
Yeah, for real. We've talked about the Knicks a decent amount too, especially in the beginning of the season. We really thought the Knicks were one of those contending teams that could potentially just be a dark horse and win it all. But at this point in the season, they have not won a single game against the Cavs. They have not won a single game against the Celtics, and they have not won a single game against the Thunder. So I don't know how many matchups they have against those three best teams left, but it's safe to say that they're not going to win a majority of them since they already lost so many. And it really kind of shows that they're B tier, they're just below those top tier teams that are contenders to the point where though going into a series, if they're matched up with any of these teams, if they make it to the finals and they're matched up with the Thunder, they're, they lost that many times that you're not really rooting for them.
Yeah, it seems like the Cavs are looking like almost like the last year's Celtics right now. They're just dominating everybody. Like whenever they go up against a matchup that's supposed to be a tough matchup, they show why it's not a tough matchup for them and why they can actually go out and dominate. Even with Jared Allen, I think being out for most of the second half this game because he went out with a hand injury. They dominated. They almost won by 40, guys. Like what?
And I think when we're talking East, there's really two contenders, being the Celtics and the Cavs. And after that, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm a little biased, but I'd say it's probably the Bucks at this point over the Knicks.
I would say so. Just like full completion of team and like how they're playing right now, yeah.
And in terms of how they play against other contenders, I would definitely say it's the Bucks over them. I think this game was a good team effort from the Cavs.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
Mitch only played 26 minutes.
Yeah.
The best players only playing 26 minutes and you still get a dub of this nature. That's just crazy. Like you was able to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6 players with over 12 minutes of play coming off the bench. Like that's huge. Like, like that looks really good for like the team that like they are able, like everybody's able to contribute significantly to the team. It's not just like the starters are, the bulk of our payload and the other guys just kind of come out there and give up the game. It's kind of like they're going to be on your ass the whole game from whether it's the bench or the starters. It's going to be like,
for sure.
The Cavs are coming. So I definitely respect that about the Cavs and what they have going on over there.
Oh, they're definitely deep. They're also talented. Like each individual, and obviously everybody in the NBA is talented, but each individual player on the Cavs has an amount of skill that is just better than a majority of NBA players, if that makes sense. So you put them all together, they're that deep. They're also all on the same page, which is really important. Kind of like the Thunder. That's another reason the Thunder are so good and hard to beat is because they're not just a team, they're like a family, They're like they're all on the same page. And I don't know how else to say that. I've said that 3 times now, but
just walking in circles.
Yeah. And on top of that, I think that the Cavs, especially, I mean, I can imagine if I were on the Cavs at this point in the season, you probably think you're going to win the championship.
Right.
And that's important. Just mentality, thinking you can, But anyways.
Yeah, moving on from that game, did you want to touch on the Bucks Wizards little game, Middleton and Giannis going at it for the first time?
Yeah, that was weird, man. That was a weird game. I'll start with Kuzma because I thought that Kuzma was he actually fits a lot better on the Bucks than people thought he would. I think he's got a little bit more energy because he's not playing for the Washington Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
And he also kind of like took that out on the Wizards a little bit.
Yeah.
He didn't have like a crazy stat line. It was pretty good stat line, but he just like played hard and affected the game, especially because Giannis didn't play. or he didn't play like a lot. It was really like they let Kuzma have space.
Yeah, because Giannis ended up in foul trouble that game. He only played like less than 20 minutes, so he fouled out pretty early on.
Yeah, but I just thought that was, I don't know. I like this Bucks team. We haven't really been able to see them all play together besides the Heat game that we can get into in a second. But as a Bucks fan, man, it's been weird seeing Middleton in another jersey at all. Could like picture him in a Pistons jersey because that's where he started, but that was the past.
Yeah.
So now it's like old man Middleton wearing a Wizards jersey, and he's playing for, like, he had to play against the Bucks. That's something I didn't even think about. I don't know why I never thought about it, but like, well, he got blocked by Brooke Lopez. What a crazy thing to see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it was definitely an emotional game because, like I had said to you guys earlier before we started, like if the Bucks win, I'm sad because we just beat Middleton. Like we just beat Middleton in a basketball game. That really happened. Like Chris Middleton lost a basketball game to the Milwaukee Bucks the other day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Weird.
So it's like sad even though we got the dub. But you don't want to just let Chris Middleton win because then you just lost to the Wizards and that would suck even more. So
yeah. And then, like you said, moving on from that, just wanted to talk about that real quick before we transition to last night's game. The Bucks versus Miami. Bucks won by 7, despite Tyler Herro having 40 points, 7 boards, 11 assists. Just an amazing showcase from him, despite not really shooting too well from the field. He only had 2 turnovers, but he shot 44% from the field and 25% from 3. And on the opposite side, the Bucks had 6 guys in double digits, and they looked really good post trade deadline. I mean, KPJ played crazy important minutes, like late in the fourth when you guys were down, I think, like 5 or something like that. He went on a little like 7-point run by himself and then threw a lob to Sims, and that jump started you guys to the end of the game. And it's really good.
And that's
to see
kind of
you
what I
guys.
was saying. Or what I kind of touched on. This was the first time, like you were about to say, the first time we got to see the Bucks post trade deadline. Everybody's playing every piece, and everybody's contributing. And yeah, it just almost like the Cavs, a little bit less because we haven't been winning like the Cavs have. But it feels like everyone on this team feels like we could maybe win this year, and so they're playing with that mentality. And that matters. Yeah. So it was a fun game to watch. We kind of had the little rivalry with the Heat for years, which we still should because a decent amount of these players are part of that. But with Jimmy Butler gone and they're taking it a new direction, it didn't feel that way. But it felt that way for Tyler Herro. Like he wanted to go out there and prove that he can lead this team in a playoff series, so to say. And he could be a contender in the East. And so that was really fun to watch. I also thought Andrew Wiggins played a decent role on the team. Like he fit well with the Heat. So that's cool because personally I don't hate the Heat. Don't tell the other Bucks fans, but I'm kind of the Heat are one of my like second or third team, secondary, or that I like to follow, and I'll root for them. Like that 2020 year, I didn't know who to root for. That was such a fun finals match.
Yeah, for real.
But 2023, I was rooting for Jimmy Butler hard. Even though he swept us that year. So it's cool to kind of root for the Heat for me sometimes. So I do like that they like kind of look decent after the trade, and that they lost to us. Best of both worlds. But yeah.
Toronto, what'd you think about the Bucks and their play as of late with Kuzma?
If I'm being honest, I've been kind of out of town and doing schoolwork, so I haven't been able to keep that much track of like NBA teams. So I don't want to comment on something off emotion and not have facts to back it up. That's kind of why I've been quiet.
Yeah.
But I think that sounds good though. Like it sounds like they've been kind of figuring it out, and I think, like hearing y'all talk, I think this might be their best chance right now. Like at this kind of moment with this kind of energy and new team, I think this is their best opportunity to capitalize to get a championship. Like the East is up for grabs. Like
it's starting to feel now or never too.
Yeah, for
aging
sure.
Dame.
For Dame, it's definitely like
all the speculation around Giannis for years.
Right.
Dame should be trying to like do what he can to like.
It's like at some point, as a Giannis fan, I would like to see him go somewhere. I think I've heard one of you say this before when I said people, like in conversation. Giannis is not a one ring guy. Um, he should end his career with more than one championship just because of the caliber player that he is. And if he can't get that in Milwaukee, I would love to see him get it somewhere else. But like you were kind of saying, this is the probably the best situation that we could be in right now to like
Yeah,
still be a contender and give Giannis that extra shot.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure.
Totally agreed. All right. Think that was all the big performances and whatnot from this past week. You guys ready
Couple
for a
big
little break?
injuries.
Oh yeah, the injuries.
Yeah,
We definitely got to mention that stuff.
so yeah, I didn't look too hard into it, but Wemby got like a blood clot in his shoulder or something that they had found.
Yep, they said
Yeah,
that they thought that it was or they believe that it's isolated enough and that they caught it early enough to where it shouldn't be that big of an issue like later in his career or lead to anything else. So it's really good that they caught it early and whatnot, but definitely something you don't want to see with a guy like Wemby taking him out for a whole entire season when he just made the All-Star team and was about to be Defensive Player of the Year hands down. Like, who's DPOY now, guys?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a big
it's,
conversation.
right now the favorite is Jaren Jackson.
oh, I
That's
was
what I
seeing
saw.
Evan Mobley a lot.
Oh, really? I've been seeing Jaren Jackson. I low
Yeah, I
key
saw Jaren
like
Jackson.
Dyson Daniels.
I've been seeing a lot of that too. Yeah, like those
Like
three are the ones that I see in
right.
conversation: JJJ, Mobe, and then Dyson.
So not to consider anybody's injury a positive in any sort of way, but a sort of positive spin on this is we do get to have an actual defensive player of the year conversation now.
And if
Because
Jaren Jackson wins it, man, he's in his contract year. He's about to be up for a supermax if he
Mm,
wins DPOY.
yeah,
The Grizzlies are going to be in a tough spot on if they want to pay that man all that money or what they're going to want to do. So they
they
almost want to
probably
hope
hope he
that he
doesn't.
doesn't
Yeah.
win that shit.
They
Yeah,
hope he
yeah.
low
doesn't win it.
If
key.
he went DPOY, he's eligible for 345. I already saw it.
And you know you got to pay Ja.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
You know Jock coming, and you know, especially Jock gonna start playing crazy if it's that contract year. Cause shit,
Yeah, right.
Is
he's
Yeah.
trying to
Ja
check all those
is Ja still the
boxes.
best player on the team?
Right now, no. I think
Yeah,
Jaren
right
Jackson
now.
plays the best right now. I think Ja still, for some reason, like working back into the offense and well, I guess not
Yeah,
for some reason because of the injury and
Right.
being off for
yeah,
his own personal stuff. But yeah, I
yeah.
definitely
I
think
definitely
that
think he's trying to work back.
yeah,
Ja's on his bounce back right now because yeah, it's a lot. Probably killed his confidence. It just got him out of that rhythm of like being an NBA player. Like yeah, I think about it for basically year and a half. Bro was just a regular average Joe. Not playing because he was suspended. Then he came back for like 2-3 weeks and then got injured. It's like it's been a lot of time away from the court, and he's still young, so he's gonna be able to like bounce back, which is good.
hmm
Because I feel like an older guy, that'll kind of be the nail in the coffin for an older guy, like 31, 32 years old. He like gets suspended, then come back and get injured. I feel like you'll never kind of bounce back and get the opportunity
Right.
again. So it's good that he's young and he's still willing to well, he's still,
For sure.
early in his process.
And yeah, and then also I had seen some stuff about Wemby, or not Wemby. We just talked about Wemby, about Embiid, potentially having a pretty bad knee injury that might end up taking him out for the rest of the season.
yeah. I was seeing that he got that injury, and then not only that, just with how they've been playing this year, that they were thinking about just having him sit out for the rest of the year and kind of shutting him down anyways, just because he's not playing back to backs. He's got this new knee injury. It's just it's ugly for
It's
Embiid.
honestly ridiculous.
Like you were saying before the pod, Tuano. It's just been I can't remember the exact wordage you used, but it's just been
It's
ugly.
been
It's been
it's been
ugly.
a shit show.
It's been a shit show. Exactly, that's what
It's
it
been
was.
a shit show,
It's been a shit
unfortunately,
show for
for
his
his career.
whole entire career, from not being a rookie until his like third year, and then winning Rookie of the Year and getting all the backlash for is he really a rookie? Does he really deserve it? He's like the oldest Rookie of the Year in history, probably. Like to everything,
Yeah.
the trust
Yeah,
the
it was Malcolm
process,
Brogdon.
And he's like potentially a multiple time MVP candidate, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he
But
has been an MVP candidate multiple times, but he could have won that award
MVP
more than
winner.
I was gonna
once.
say, and he's won the
Um,
award, so yeah, it's
right.
like
Like
terrible to see
despite
this
being
so
in the shit
consistent.
show, he won an award. So to think of what he could have done if he was in a good situation for his entire career.
Man, I think he was in good situations. I think it was just like other things, like certain players not playing up to their potential, him being injured so much. I mean, not to put a lot of the blame on him, but
Well, those are the situations I'm talking about.
okay,
He's
yeah, just
definitely
because,
had good teammates for sure.
yeah, because like, dude, if you look back on that team, that Kawhi hit the doink over, man, they should have won
That
some.
was a good team.
That team should have won some chips, man. Tobias, Jimmy, you got Embiid. I don't even remember who their point guard was out there, but man, throw me out there and I'm gonna get 10 assists off that team. Like, come on
See,
now.
but even that
that might
scenario,
still been Markel.
I'm going to consider that
It
situation
might have been Markel.
the year that Kawhi won the championship. The year that Kawhi won the championship, nobody stood a chance. Wasn't the best team ever in the Warriors. Wasn't that super good team in the Sixers. Wasn't MVP Giannis. Wasn't. It wasn't anybody but Kawhi that year. So that's I guess what I mean when I say like every detail of his career has in some way not allowed him to win, and a lot of it has been his fault. But there's also been things that aren't in his control, that even when that team was together, it was almost like the Nets team where like it just couldn't work, even though it should.
It's crazy. Kawhi got a sneaky 2 rings.
Yeah, and finals MVPs on both
Right.
of them.
Yeah, that's like he's
Next to
sneaky.
Tim
Like
Duncan.
he's so sneaky with it.
He was the LeBron stopper, then he was the guy that everybody compared to Michael Jordan the second time.
He was
Like
the
people
Warrior
were
stopper too.
people were
beat the
Corking the Warriors
like,
dynasty.
people were
He corked the dynasty.
Yeah, he did just straight up cork the dynasty. Like that shit was ended after him.
Bro, KD and
Right.
Clay ended that series injured. Like, not that
Like,
Kawhi
both
injured.
Achilles.
Man,
That
that was
the
sad.
Both
When,
Achilles
It was
injured.
sad.
Because KD came out in that finals and was balling. Like, if KD stayed in for that finals, there was a lot of argument that the Warriors won that finals because
Yeah,
KD,
sure.
KD scored
Definitely
like what, like
debatable.
19 points in 12 minutes and then went down with his Achilles injury. Like, he was going for like
Yeah,
the
and
best
then Clay
finals
going down,
performance
too.
ever. Yeah, and
was
then like
tough.
you said, yeah.
But yeah, what could have been, man? They could have won 5 or some shit, you know, just back to back
Could've-
to back to back.
How about KD could have 3-peat?
When do you think the Embiid saga is over, transitioning off of Embiid being injured and all this? Do we think they're just gonna commit and keep him for lifer, or is he gonna go somewhere?
Nah. I think they're gonna dump him off eventually. I think after next season.
Send him to
depending
the
on how
Hawks this
depending on how
offseason.
next season go, like they'll probably ride it out this season and then next season, and then depending on what the saga looks like next season, they're probably gonna try to shop him off during trade deadline, like for sure.
But I don't think-
would
Let him leave in
respectfully-
free agency.
But then you don't get nothing
But I think-
back.
But I think he got like 3-4 years left though.
I
on his
mean,
contract.
personally, I don't know what kind of packages you're gonna get for him.
You can get at least picks. At least
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
I'll take 2
No,
second
I
round
agree.
picks over nothing.
We're also
You
talking
can
about
rebuild with that.
Plus, like I don't think that you're gonna want to just get a small package either, because you still got Tyrese Maxey and Paul George. I mean, assuming you're probably gonna get rid of Paul George as well, but you still got Tyrese Maxey, who's a young budding superstar. Like this guy, some days looks like he could lead the team. So
That's why
You're
we're
definitely
doing.
right. Like, it's definitely the smartest decision to do that. I'm just saying the 76ers don't always make the best decisions. So
oh yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
just
they
saying
could-
that
could
like
just
you
end up
definitely
losing him in free agency.
Daryl Morey.
But I agree with you. You definitely don't want to do that. You always want to trade, or if you know you're going to lose somebody. But I feel like honestly, the most likely scenario is that he does leave in free agency.
dang.
Because
That'd be monumental. I don't know the last time we've even seen something like that, just because, like, probably Kawhi, because of the fact that everybody's so, like, request a trade, teams are so, make sure we get something at least in return. Like, when's the last time we really saw a big guy just leave in free agency?
Embiid's a controversial dude, man. He would be the one to do something.
Nah, for
like
real,
that.
yeah,
So like, yeah, but I'm ready for a break for sure.
for sure.
When we get back, we can get into that draft. I didn't prep at all. I don't think you guys prepped at all. Pretty sure Tuano just saw the list this morning, but
I was peeking at it for at least a good, like, 15 to 30 minutes. I did a little homework.
yeah, that's more than me for sure. I definitely like looked at it and was like, okay, I know a couple guys that I would pick like first.
Right, yeah.
But other than that, I'm just gonna kind of wing it. So.
Sweet. But all right, yeah, we will all be right back.
break, we're getting into that expansion draft. So how we're going to do it, we're going to do a serpentine draft. And we're going to do a little random number generator, which is going to give us the draft order. And then once we know who gets like the first pick, they're going to say what city they're going to choose. And then, yeah, we're going to do the draft, 13 picks, and see how it goes.
Yeah, and another thing I think we all just want to preface too before this draft that don't be mad at us for the pool of players that are out there. There's definitely a couple players that are like, why are they even an option? Why weren't they protected? What we did was Michael loaded up 2K. He threw some expansion teams into a MyGM, had the teams auto protect their players based off of the regular settings that it is, and that's the pool that we have. So don't be mad at us. Be mad at 2K. It's 2K's fault that certain players are in this pool that probably shouldn't, but we're going to use it to our advantage because it's fun. I mean, you know.
I think it's pretty accurate for the most part.
For
But
sure.
there's definitely like a prime example is like the highest rated player in the draft is going to be Zach LaVine. We don't necessarily think that the Kings would leave Zach LaVine unprotected.
Yeah, especially
But-
after just trading for him.
Right, but he is in 2K, so we're gonna use him in our pool. Maybe one of us will pick him up because he's available. Like he already said, in the 2K pool that we did. So be mad at 2K if you're mad.
Yeah, that's that. So, with the first pick, we're going to spin the wheel. It's me. I get the first pick.
Congratulations on the first pick.
All right. And with the first city, I'm going to choose Las Vegas. Of course, we got to go to Vegas.
Vegas. Joining the Pacific Conference.
Alrighty. And with the second pick, we're going to spin the wheel a second time. It's going to... Ooh, it's close right at the middle. It's you, Michael.
Let's get it.
And that leaves...
What's the sus face? What's the sus face?
Wow, don't even. Hey, it's the wheel. They heard the wheel spin. They heard the applause. I promise that's how it went. I should have showed it on screen.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Next time we're showing it on screen. Next time.
All right, I'm taking Mexico City.
Okay. Okay, respect. Toronto?
That leaves me. I'm guessing. I'm taking my talents to St. Louis.
St.
Ooh,
Louis Sound. That's a
okay.
preset team, which means I don't have to make this an online league.
I already knew that.
I
That's why when you
appreciate that,
said
bro.
it. That's why when
I
you said it,
appreciate
I was like, you don't even know, bro. I'm making his life easy. I just think St. Louis definitely need a team. It's like they are a metropolitan city with like damn near 1.5 million.
No, I think they'd be really popular, especially because the Central Conference in general, just like the Midwest, is a very like basketball fandom area. You know,
And they have just so much sports in every sport, not even just basketball. Like St. Louis already like has such a big following behind the fucking Cardinals, and they love their baseball. And yeah, like you said, the Midwest just has so much basketball. Plus, on top of that, so much football, baseball, like everything. They just a very sportsy area. So, alrighty, moving into it then. First pick.
hang on. All right.
Are you good over there? I'm waiting until you're good. It seems like you're busy, so I don't want to like... Because you got the second pick, so I don't want to...
Hang on a second.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Dang, we got lucky. I didn't preset the draft order. It just did it the way that your random number generator did it.
See, it was meant to be. See, it ain't even on me, Toronto. Are you trying to put it on me?
Well, if it's serpentine, you get 2 picks in a row.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
make
did.
it no better. That's your homie.
Yeah, and the draft pool is the same. I just wanted to make sure it was the same.
Okay.
But with the first pick of the Ball Talk expansion draft of 2025,
We taking B. Miller. Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller. That is a good pick.
Somebody that I think that we can go all in with Las Vegas. We're going all in. That's what we're going with this draft. We're going all in. We're trying to not only win as soon as possible, but we're trying to actually build something here with young pieces that we can go all in on and give them the keys and let them drive.
So with my first pick, it's kind of a toss up. I'm gonna go with Jalen Duren though. I think that's gonna be my first pick. I hope my other option makes it back to me.
With my first pick, I am going to select Zach LaVine.
Ooh,
Taking Zach
okay.
LaVine.
Okay.
All right, moving on to the second round.
I get the first pick, right?
Mm-hmm. Serpentine.
Okay. With my second pick, I will be picking up Michael Porter Jr.
Ooh.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. With my second pick, I'm gonna take Anthony Simons.
Mhm.
All right, so it's on me again, yeah?
Mhm.
And I got 2 in a row. So we're going to go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go with some guys. We're going to go with a group of guys that are kind of really known for being really good players on good teams, but they're not going to take away too much from Brandon Miller and still let him be that number one when he progresses. I'm going to go, it doesn't really matter which order, but I'm going to go with Rudy Gobert and then Jamal Murray. Because I think both of those guys will be able to complement him on each side, both at the
Mhm.
guard position and at the center position, be able to help defensively and offensively in so many different ways, and just boost him up so much.
For sure. Yeah, so with not my next pick, I'm gonna take Bradley Beal. I think I got some good
Ooh.
young players on both ends of the floor. It'd be nice to throw a good vet in the middle.
So with my third pick, I'm gonna be picking up Mikal Bridges. And then with my next pick, I'm going to be taking up Mitchell Robinson.
Another good pick. Mitchell Robinson is definitely on my radar. All right. So I'm gonna pick OG Ananobu.
Mm. I hate you for that. I
If I
really hate you
can
for that.
find him, even.
He's at the
He's what?
nothing. I thought you was talking about on like the picture I got, but you was talking about on the game. So that's why I said never mind.
Yeah, what? He Loki might not be available in this one, which would be crazy.
That just shows how crazy 2K is for real.
Yeah, he's just not here, I guess. So I think I won't pick him since he's technically protected in this one, which I did the same thing. I guess they just picked two different protected players, you know what I'm saying? Um I don't know what to do. I'm kind of stumped.
I mean, I think you can still pick them. I mean, we can just like, you can just redo the 2K thing.
You're right. I'm not gonna have anything written down though, just so you guys know, because I've been doing it on 2K. So,
Mm.
but yeah, I'll stick with that pick then.
And then is it on me then?
Yeah, you got
Yes.
the next two picks then.
Okay. So I'm gonna help out the guard play a bit by picking two guards in a row. I'm gonna have Murray play at the point guard spot, and I'm gonna have my two guards that I pick here to be Caruso and or Deuce McBride, Miles McBride, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, I think those guys will help a lot.
All right, next up, I'm gonna snag uh Malik Beasley.
My power, I'm picking a power forward. I'm gonna pick Jeremy Grant for the power forward position.
Boy, you dirty for that.
And then for my next pick, at the 6-man position, I'm going to pick Fred VanVleet.
You just took both my picks right there for real. That was so
Dang,
dirty.
that's
The
dirty.
rob at the draft.
Yeah, that's dirty for sure. So my
Great
sixth
last pick
man
alike.
is gonna be Marcus Smart.
Boy, that was my next backup, bro. Y'all crazy. All right. That's the
That
point.
just shows we know what we all know what we know.
Yeah,
that just says we know what we know.
That's the point in the draft we're getting. All right.
Ba-da-dum-dum.
I'm gonna take Kelly Oubre and Jake LaRavia at both my power forward spots.
Nice. That was gonna be Kelly Oubre was gonna be my next pickup. I'm gonna pick up Rob Dillingham.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one in my opinion.
Antoine disagrees, I think.
No, I was like, damn, I would have picked up Rob too.
Yeah.
I thought you were laughing at me.
With my next pick, I'm gonna pick up Mo Wagner.
Mm.
And then TBH, give me Klay Thompson.
Ooh. I was gonna snag him, but that's
yeah,
okay because
I
I
was
wasn't
hoping
gonna
he was
snag
gonna
him
keep
next.
falling.
I was gonna say Jalen Williams.
Y'all are dirty.
You got Jalen Williams?
Got Jalen Williams.
You picked two in a row, right, Tono?
Yeah,
I picked up Mo Wagner.
Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot about the Wagner pick. Okay. So at my backup big man, Since honestly we have a former defensive player of the year and whatnot, I don't think I need to worry too much about how slow this guy is. Give me Brook Lopez.
Oh, he was gonna be like an end of the draft for me. If he was
Yeah.
still there, I was gonna snag him for sure.
Mm-hmm. Because this is 2K we're talking too, so.
Right.
You're gonna snap off the bench. And then man, y'all got that guard spot looking rough. Honestly, man. I'm looking at a couple guys here. I just don't know if I want to go with like another guy that's going to be a big offensive push for me, or just a guy that can fill in on the spots, and that's the thing that's making it tough for me. But ultimately, it's going to ride out with the vet that I think can fill in a lot of spots just with the way he plays. Give me TJ McConnell as my backup
You
point
had me
guard.
nervous. You had me nervous. That was your second pick?
Yep.
Bro, give me Alex Caruso.
Oh, I already
He
picked
already
him.
got him.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. I low-key thought his name was said, but I was like, I don't remember. So
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go for it. That was a good pick. Much respect.
Yeah, he was my fourth pick, Loki.
My other one was gonna be Ajax, Andre Jackson Jr.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up Chris Middleton as my um backup small forward.
That really was my next pick too. That would have been a real nice piece. It's all good though.
Then with that next pick,
What pick are we on?
I'm on my 10th pick. So this next pick will be my 10th.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm at 9, so he's like rounding it out. So it'd be like he's the first of this round, and then you'll be at your 10th, and
Okay.
then I'll do my 10th, and then we'll be on our reserves.
Um, Give me Brandon Clark at the power forward.
It's a good one.
Make up for that height. Right.
All right. Let's do a quick recap quick, because I was keeping track on 2K and then I was unable to keep track, and now I don't know who's been picked altogether.
So
It's all good.
basically, well, I don't know how you do it, but I did the pictures in the order you sent me. The first two pictures are burnt up. Everybody in the first two pictures are burnt. So I don't know how you look at that one. Like
Except
brother
for
Howard sent in the group
Boucher.
chat. Yeah, except for Boucher.
You
I
said
didn't
the
know
first
his
two
name.
pictures are burnt. Yeah, I wasn't gonna pick him. Who was I looking? How are we doing on the third picture? Because that's where I'm looking at right now. And guys,
It's
I'm
kind of
Clay,
the
Wagner, McBride are gone. Clark's gone.
Clark,
Caruso's gone.
yeah.
You still got Aaron Wiggins, Harrison Barnes, Jones
Derrick Jones
Jr.,
Jr., Max
Strus,
Strus,
Levert.
and Levert.
okay. Yeah, give me the Vert then.
Yeah, I was thinking about picking him earlier too. Okay. Back to me though. I'm gonna take. Yeah, give me Aaron Wiggins from the Thunder. And then my first reserve. Give me Mike Conley. Need
That's a
vets.
good one.
Old guy who I think at any point, if we asked him to suit up, he would ball out for us. So
You're right. Yeah, I might go with a vet because I was looking at one. Um, might try and add. Pretty much all the good young players are gone. You said Derek Jones Jr. is still available?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I go with him this round because I do not think he's gonna make it through the next round.
Okay. I'm gonna come through with the sneaky pick, and I'm gonna pick up Chris Boucher.
That is a sneaky pick. He was kind of just sitting there the whole time.
And then I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna go Scary Terry.
Wait, you mean Terry Rozier?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that was my pick. Guess I'll go Steven Adams.
That would have been my next pick, not gonna lie.
That was
I
gonna
guess I didn't need him since I picked up everybody.
And then to round out the team for me, we're gonna go with. Let's see here. We're gonna pick Kevin Love and pick up my boy Patrick Williams.
good pick for sure. I was looking for a Patrick Williams type of pick.
Did you end up being able to write your team down?
No, I definitely missed part of it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Isaiah Jackson for a deep bench player. And that'll finalize my team.
My last pick, I'm gonna go Gary Payton Jr.
That's a good pick.
Junior, not the second.
Yeah, around
Who's Gary Payton Jr.? I don't think he's in the NBA.
But yeah, so that'll end the draft. We're gonna get these teams plugged into 2K so that next week we can kind of look at a simulation of maybe a few seasons and see how our teams kind of do.
So you don't have you don't have it written down like what your team was, just because I thought we'd be able to like all name off what our team is, and then that'd be
No,
the
I mean,
easier
well, I
way.
started drafting it on here, but then once it was like the different thing, that's why I was kind of like, I'm not writing it down because I kind of thought somebody else was writing it down. And then I took out my pencil and started writing it down, but that was post. Like I definitely missed some picks.
Who you wait? I can try to help you off my memory. Who do you have? Well, like, what's the most recent one? Well, what did you start at for your team?
Um,
Like writing it down.
Honestly, I think the best way to figure it out is just when Cole posts the video, I'll just go back and watch it and write the teams down as we draft and then put it into 2K so that it's like that, which does take away from us listing it right now. But
Okay. Well, that is that then. We are done with our first expansion draft with Ball Talk. That was definitely a fun time. You'll definitely have to let us know who you thought had the best team, who you thought maybe made a terrible reach. Come on now, we all know it was me. Who you thought maybe
Now,
made a terrible reach, that would be him. Who might have picked somebody and got a great pull late. But either way, definitely let us know what you think about the draft.
I definitely won the draft. Let's be for real.
You goofy for that. Come on now.
Man, hit the comment section if you think I was the one.
Bro, the
who won
combo of
draft.
Murray, B. Mills, and Gobert on the starting lineup, that's a championship team year one.
Let's talk about
Debatable.
let's talk about Zach,
A bunch of number
MPJ.
Hey,
Mitch.
B. Miller, that's why it's propelling B. Miller up.
Oh yeah, for sure. But he can't put him into that championship mentality ASAP day one.
Yeah, he's
Zach
in Las
finally got
Vegas.
his
What you
own
mean?
team.
That's
Zach-
why I'm going to
Zach
send a
finally got his
couple
own
years
team.
though. That's why I'm going to send a couple years though, because that team could win a championship pretty soon. I wouldn't say immediately though. I wouldn't say any of us are winning immediately.
I think I am.
That why? Because you guys Zach Levine.
Because I got some killers.
That's
Some hoopers.
what
I got
I'm
some
saying,
Jordan
dude.
I got some
I got
hoopers.
Caruso on the team. Come on now.
No, I hear you.
I
hear
got
you.
Scary Terry.
Brooke Lopez
my
is my
third
backup
shoot
big.
guard.
You remember when Vegas
Scary
and
Terry is my
NHL
third.
Vegas got a team and they like went to the They went to the Stanley Cup Finals that year. That was pretty dope. You could be that team.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We bringing it back. But all right, do y'all want to kick into a break and then we can do after show?
For sure. For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Bet.
Let's do it.
We're gonna kick into a break and we will see y'all in just a few seconds.
LOL. Time travel.
Alrighty, kicking into the after show, we're just gonna talk about some random stuff in life that's been going on in our life, some things we've been thinking about, and nothing basketball really. So this is just us, just chatting. What were you saying though?
Me personally, right before we just started that, I was just saying how I missed the school lunch. And I know y'all gonna probably kill me in the comments with just crazy comments. But yeah, I
No,
miss
bro,
like
I hear you, though.
the school chicken sandwiches that she used to hit.
Because like
That
it
is crazy.
definitely is super great to hate on school lunch and be like, this is cardboard with rubber on it. When it's actually pizza. But I totally hear you. Like those select few meals that like when they announced in the morning, like today for lunch, we're having the popcorn chicken bowl. I would be like, oh man,
Oh, man.
I'm so pumped for that
Yeah, I'd be
popcorn chicken
geeking.
bowl.
So we
And,
basically
like,
just
those
got a
foods,
famous bowl, bro.
Like you can't
Literally.
get that anymore. Like,
That's
I'll
the
never
reason
be
why
able to
I
eat
eat
sub
famous
sandwich from my
bowls.
school anymore.
Bro, I used to have like the
Same.
chicken parms.
No,
We
we
used to have
never
like
had
chicken.
parm.
It was basically the chicken sandwiches with with parm sauce, but it was like it would hit if you put it on like a bun, and like they used to serve it as like a sandwich. So like I remember like in middle school, that was definitely like a delicacy. Everybody's kind of weird about it, so I used to just be having like three, just be living life.
Bro.
Like life is great.
Yo, Michael, I know you remember how maybe you didn't like it that much, but I don't really know, bro. Were you a salad bar guy? Because I was a salad bar guy. Like anytime the salad bar.
I didn't love the salad bar, but I would like load up on the ham and the cheese.
Oh yeah,
and,
dude,
like,
the
all the
bacon
stuff
bits, bro.
right, like
Sesame
like,
seeds.
2 pieces of spinach.
School-
Dude, I
school
loaded up
loves
on the
the
lettuce
sesame
and shit
seeds.
though. I always loved
Yeah.
salad.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, I
late
was a
on
lettuce
lettuce.
guy.
I was a picky kid, so I definitely didn't love the salad.
Bro, and them
bar.
big old cookies they were selling for like 50 cents.
Bro, that'd be like this big. They would sell cookies. Those were $1, and then they started selling like
Yeah. The like smaller
Um,
ones. Yeah.
when like they stopped selling bad stuff for kids.
I was like, we all know what happened. We all know when the transition was.
Yeah, bro.
when every soda became diet, and
When our vending machines got taken out of the school, bro.
We didn't even have soda. We had vitamin water, and like something.
yeah, they
weird
replaced it with a
little
bunch of stuff. But no, anyways, my top 5 school lunches, which
Ooh, top 5 school lunches.
was in no order too, because I'm just thinking off the cusp. Because like the first one I'm gonna say is the Subway sandwiches. I thought they were very good.
Yeah, I was not a
Subway.
fan.
They weren't Subway. They were just subs.
The
And
sub
a lot
sandwiches.
of people in our school didn't like the sub sandwiches, but I thought there was something special about them, man. I got so excited for those, and I would wait for them. Definitely not number 1 though.
Mm.
That popcorn bowl is up there. Your famous bowl with your mashed potato and your popcorn chicken and your corn, and then you put the gravy on top. That was cool.
That one was crazy.
Low key the circle pizza, not the rectangle pizza, but the circle.
See, I was a
pizza.
rectangle pizza guy, but
Yeah,
I
I
hear
was.
you.
We never had circle. We only had rectangle.
Give
Oh,
me
I
the
liked the circle pizza a lot.
give me the rectangle pizza that looked like it was made in like a 100-foot square that they definitely
Yeah,
like
see,
cut
the
off. Like,
rectangle pizza was the cardboard with rubber on top. That
see, I don't know why, dude. That shit tasted so good to young
Especially
me,
when you
dude.
put the ranch on it.
Yes, sir. You know, bro. That
You
shit was
fold it like a
cooking,
taco?
bro.
I hear you
Yes,
with the
bro.
ranch, but you can put the ranch on the circle pizza too.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also,
Circle pizza was
Tuano,
good
I don't know
too.
how your lunch worked, but our lunch, once you got to a certain age, you had like the a la carte option. So there was 2 options where you could get like the main meal or you could go get the other thing, and that's where the circle pizza was. So it would be like an addition to lunch almost, because I'd bring like $2 over and get a circle pizza on top of my school lunch or whatever.
The year before I got to my high school, they got rid of it, and I heard they used to have like hot wings, nachos,
Dang,
cheese
hot
fries.
wings, I'd
Like,
geek over.
yeah, it used to be crazy. They said so. It was like definitely this big thing.
Bro, I was gonna say
But
chicken strips in my top 4 too.
I mean,
Um,
they were good, but I don't know if I'd put them up there.
Well,
yeah,
I got to be specific though. I'm talking like elementary school chicken strips
Okay.
because they used to be
They used to
banger,
be
and then they got
crazy.
really bad and like super like hard,
Yeah.
and you could tell they were a completely different brand of chicken that they were buying. But the old chicken strips from elementary school, those were banger. They were actually like juicy, like Culver's chicken strip.
Bro, honestly, my top. Oh, wait, are you done?
I got one more.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm low-key just trying to think of it. I low-key might go with the nacho mound.
Yes, sir.
Nacho
Yes,
mound,
sir. I
bro,
was waiting for that comeback, bro. The
which is
nacho
literally
mounds.
just nachos and cheese with taco meat on top. But
It was
that
just
shit was
so
so good because then you could
bro.
take it to the salad bar and put a bunch of stuff on
They'd
it.
load that
exactly.
shit up.
And like the salad bar on that day was really just a taco salad bar for sure.
Honestly, dude, just copy mine for yours, except for the pizza swap, obviously. But take out subs and give me Bosco sticks, bro. Them Bosco sticks were
Ooh,
crazy.
I forgot about Bosco sticks.
I'd be getting
Forgot
double
about
lunch
Bosco
every
sticks.
Bosco stick
I
day,
might take
bro.
out the chicken strips since they ended up getting bad. I'm gonna give it to
That's
Bosco
valid.
sticks.
Yeah,
I
dude,
forgot
Bosco
about
sticks
those.
were snapped,
Because that
bro.
was another a la carte one where you could buy as many as you wanted and you could just like load up on Bosco sticks.
Dude, that's why I was like, I was getting double lunch every time there was Bosco sticks, at least double.
Yo, Tuano, did your school have Mambas?
I was about to bring up the Mambas in the a la
like
carte
candy.
one. Yeah.
Nah, we used to just get them from the corner store.
Damn,
Bro,
yeah, they
they
had
sold them at
them.
our school. People traded those like they were trading cards. Like,
Literally, bro.
that was the best. I mean, you know how school lunch goes. You know, I give
Yeah.
you my pudding cup and you give me your Jello. But like Mambas, you could get a whole ass meal for 4 Mambas.
I was about to say for
Like,
literally just like one of the like little
bro, people
like
loved
flavor
those.
packs that were
It was just like a
inside.
trend. Like it was a trend to have Mambas in your mouth.
Yeah. My top 5, mine's way different, which is gonna be crazy. So if you went to Longwood, you know. The chicken tacos was crazy.
That
Okay.
I
sounds
don't know.
good.
The chicken tacos was definitely a hit. They used to
We
just
did
load it
have
up
chicken
to say-
fajitas. I remember those being good.
Yo.
They gave us just a bunch of
those
chicken
were
and a bunch
so
of cheese. Then
That's
we had
basically
little
what a
tubes of
chicken
sour
fajita
cream.
was.
But those used to hit. The baked potatoes we used to have. Like my last year, they went crazy on the food. The baked potatoes, if you went to one, everybody used to run to the line for the baked potatoes, and then you had your choice of like chicken, ham, ground beef. Yeah, that's it. Chicken, ham, and then they have like bacon bits. That was a hit. I got to go to elementary school chicken sandwich because that just sparked the whole conversation. You got to go to chicken
Yeah.
sandwich. You got to go
Well,
to
if we
pizza
had a
because
chicken
school
sandwich
pizza
like
always
that, it probably
shit.
would have been top 5. I don't think
Yeah,
we
bro,
ever
we
really
used to
had
have
one.
spicy chicken sandwiches and shit with jalapenos and shit. That shit used to be a hit. And then 5, I don't even know. That's a hard one because I feel like everything kind of on that same level. If I'm going 5, what did they do? We had the sub sandwich line that was good, but it was nothing to write home about. And like if I wanted to, I could like easily cop out with that, but I don't want to. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
go.
for me, it's also just like I don't even know how to say this.
Some
but
people love that shit though, so I hear
I'm
you.
also like, I love sandwiches. Like
Yeah.
food in general, I love to make a sandwich and like eat it. I
You are
love
a
any
big
kind of
Sammy
sub, like
guy. When we
Jimmy
lived
John's,
together,
Jersey
bro, you were
Mike's,
heavy on that
fucking.
lunch meat and cheese and shit,
No,
bro.
bro, that's like
Turkey
that's a
pat.
necessary a necessity for me at the grocery store is stuff to make sandwiches.
Yeah,
I eat
me
it every
too.
day when I work. That's my lunch that I bring to work. I love a sandwich. So for me, it's like a really special connection to where they're serving me a good sandwich. I'm like, dang, I love sandwiches. I'm a fucking sandwich guy, bro.
I don't even know. I ain't gonna lie. My school has some decent chicken Alfredo. Not gonna
You
lie.
crazy for that.
It
That's
wasn't the
what?
best, but it was pretty. It was pretty damn good. Like I was eating that shit. But it was bland, but it still, it still did what it did. Yeah, I don't know. I probably have to go Bosco sticks too, because I'm not gonna lie. When they bought the Bosco sticks out, that's when the money got involved for sure.
Yeah.
Like that's when you guaranteed that motherfucker offer you some money for some shit. It was
Yeah.
like, hey boy, I give you $3 for that plate, folks. Bro,
I'm
like
saying.
Bosco sticks was definitely with that shit. I wasn't too crazy about it, but the message was good as hell. And then in terms of everything else, that shit was mediocre. So it's like I gotta go eat the Bosco sticks or sub sandwiches. It's definitely, and like I
Bosco
actually kind of
sticks
like
has
the
got to be
oil and
like a
shit.
countrywide love school lunch.
Man, them French toast sticks
Ooh,
though.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
French toast sticks.
I'm taking Bosco sticks out. I'm taking
Bro,
Bosco
for
sticks out
breakfast?
for the peanut butter slam jams.
Ooh.
I don't even know what that is, but that
Bro,
sounds
sometimes
crazy.
they would literally serve us the like what are those sandwiches
The
called?
Uncrustables?
Like peanut butter. Yeah, uncrust. They would literally serve us like Uncrustables for lunch. They'd be like, "We're having PB&J for lunch today."
Yeah, bro. Like
Grape Elbow jam.
the graham cracker things with the peanut butter and jelly on. That's definitely
Yo.
top five. That was top five. What's it called? During
Yo.
COVID, my
Oh
school used
my
to
I
give
don't
my
even know what you're
siblings
talking
like,
about.
huh? You said you do or
They'd be
don't?
like,
I
he
don't.
doesn't. Dude, they had like some frozen shit that was like some graham cracker shit, and it had like cooled like peanut butter and jelly on the inside, bro. Oh
And
my
then like the graham cracker
god.
will low key be like
Like
moist
by
a little bit, sort of.
Uncrustables?
Yeah, but with graham crackers, and like the graham crackers would get moist. It'd be like moist, so it's like
Dude,
not
it
like,
was
like
so.
crunchy, but it was
Hmm.
like it's kind of like an ice cream
I was about to
sandwich in
say,
terms of
yeah,
like the bread was like ice cream sandwich, and it was
Okay.
like, bro, that shit was a hit.
but it
But
was
like during
graham cracker,
COVID,
yeah.
during COVID in Chicago, schools would drop. They would have boxes delivered to your house with school food because like a lot of kids don't have food. So like I had access to like everything I listed was shit I was eating at home. Like they
Dang, I
were
was
sending
gonna
that shit
say, I wonder
home.
if that's how I got
That
that
shit
shit
was
too, huh?
I was eating that shit in 2020 at the crib. My sibling was like, I'm not eating school food. I'm coming in the crib, after, coming in, a little, affected under the influence, coming to the crib. I got school food. Plus my mama just made dinner.
You're
I'm gonna
like,
eat this
I'm
dinner
munching,
first.
yo.
I'm gonna eat this dinner first and then come back for this food that nobody even care about. Like I remember Shorty, I made like a triple burger from school burgers in the crib. Life was great.
You was
Like,
chilling.
yeah, that shit was easy.
Bro, what about top 5 camp foods?
Top five camp foods: tater tot casserole, baked ziti. I'm gonna go. mm, Those just for sure. Camp tacos could be the best, but they just
Taco
don't season the meat.
Tuesday.
They don't season the meat. TBH.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a tater
valid.
tot casserole,
One time
baked
they had
ziti.
fish tacos. Those are cool.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
But you can't call a one-time thing.
Chili Mac.
Chili
Not gonna
Mac's
lie.
definitely in my top 10.
Top
Mac and
10?
cheese bar.
Or top
Mac and
5.
cheese
I was
bar.
like, whoa.
I've never seen mac and cheese bar seems a little bit more new gen for me,
Yeah, and
I only
there's
ever
another
worked
new
under
gen.
the old cook, so I gotta go off her food.
Under the new cook, I'm gonna go the chicken Caesar wraps. A hit, a fucking
I can
hit.
believe it. I mean, the new cook's
Okay.
my sister, so I definitely know that she's good at cooking. Definitely eaten her
Yeah.
food before. I just don't know about her camp food. But I'm gonna go chili mac for sure. I'm gonna say pizza because pizza's a classic. Um, you're just
Well,
you're
yeah, it's
just
top
tired of it.
five.
You're
Yeah,
just
I was
tired
gonna
of it.
say.
You'll get there though. Once you realize what you lost. The hot wings pizza, bro. Like that's the thing about the camp pizzas. They have so many varieties. So you can get like your hot
Yeah.
wings, you can get like your Hawaiian pizza, you can get your what's that one pizza called that's like vegetarian?
Margarita.
The margarita pizza.
That's literally what I was thinking, dude. Margarita pizzas are so good.
Yeah, so you got a lot of options. So that was
So
always
white.
cool. I'm gonna go sub sandwiches again, bro. Sub sandwiches are gonna make the top 10.
Yeah, subs. Yeah, I do gotta take something out for subs because I do go crazy on subs on the undercover side. I don't know though. Your sister didn't have a lot of sliced onions last summer. She probably had it like 2-3 times. I'm a big sliced onion guy. That makes and breaks a meal for me. I would just have lettuce and cheese and meat and onions if I could. So it's like they kind of came
You have to
down for
let
me
her
a little
know,
bit.
bro. You have to let.
Me and Tawar
You have to
would.
be the
We'd be
assistant
like,
cook.
hey, I debated it. And I was like, man, I got to get in the kitchen so I can put the stuff I like out there. Jeez, that was still good though. Subs still hit for sure.
I'm gonna say, what's it called? Baked oatmeal.
I just had some last weekend that was low key hitting. For sure.
It's like a cake. It's just oatmeal baked like a cake, basically.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good.
It's good. It's got a bunch of cinnamon.
You can make it at home. I can give you Camp's recipe.
I need one more spot to fill.
I'll take that.
I think. I'm low-key just gonna say pancakes, man. You can't go wrong with pancakes and bacon. You simply can't. Nothing special about it. Just straight up pancakes. You put the berries on top and the whipped cream. You got yourself a good day. If you're starting your day with a nice stack of pancakes.
A little bit of coffee.
I'll be doing my own little concoction though that low key probably kill everything for me. When we be having like hash brown, eggs, and sausage, I low key just slice it all up and just put it all in a big scramble together. And that's low key a top camp meal, but that's not necessarily the camp meal.
Yeah,
a little skillet action like that shit. I just did that yesterday when I was there because we had home potatoes, sausage, and like this kind of egg omelet bake, like sliced thing, and I just chopped it all up, ate it like that.
I do like egg bake anywhere. I know you said tater tot casserole, but that's more so like everybody makes their own egg bake differently.
Yeah,
you know. Whereas
tater tot casserole hit for sure.
But I remember, I used to always do this thing on Easter where there was like a million different egg bakes, and I would just like try every single one and eat like 10 different egg bakes in the morning. It's the best. Wish I could go back.
So you hopping on Rivals tonight then?
Potentially.
Talking to you though, Twano.
Tough.
No, I'm talking to you, boy.
Yeah, bro, you got to get on and play that.
You got to get on because the next thing that I had to bring up was we got some new characters to Marvel Rivals, and me and Michael been ripping through that and having.
Cole's been playing the thing though, so I'm not gonna say that.
Exactly. So back off, Cole. Go do something else with your life, bro.
Boy, what you want?
You more skilled in other places.
Hop in.
We need you to go be Jeff the Shark.
And I will be if you hop in.
I'm already loaded as Jeff. That's literally where toxicity starts at Marvel Rivals. Is people being like, "You've played healer before, so you can do it again." Like, I don't want to play healer every time, bro.
I want to be tank every time.
I'll just put
stay.
Well,
I want to be tank.
That everybody wants to do damage. That's the most fun.
Well, if you want to be tank, be tank. You can be the thing. I'm cool with being Rocket. I'm trying to get Rocket to Lord now.
Yeah, I wasn't saying for sure. I just said he might not give him up to you. I'm not gonna speak for him.
Well,
he is gonna give him up to you.
I'm gonna give him to you.
I also.
You said you were thinking Hulk.
Yeah, I'm saying like the Hulk is my end all be all, but I'm saying Michael was like test out the thing.
Oh yeah, like, you'd like the thing. He's crazy.
You just got to read up on those abilities. You want to know something? I used to just play games and just figure them out. And then you were like, yeah, I just read everything on games. And you're like, I read the stuff and that's how I know how to play them. And I was like, it's been staring me right in the face this
whole time. Yeah, every time a thing pops up, I'm just like.
Yeah, like, oh, I need this information.
I just learned how to do, I was playing Grand Theft Auto last night. I just learned how to do a wheelie on a regular bicycle. You press up and down first. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could do a wheelie on a bicycle on GTA.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy, not gonna lie, because I started playing GTA way later than you, and I knew that.
Oh no, but I never paid attention to the little thing that pop up and tell Michael that because like that's the only time I see it pop up is when Michael was racing Jimmy.
Yeah, when
That's
he's
crazy
racing him
because
to
that's what I
the
was
shoreline.
picturing when you told me it. I'm like, I remember learning that, dude.
I didn't read that. I just knew how to. I just knew on GTA you just tap A. That's all I needed. You tap
I
A,
love that
hold RB to
mission.
jump.
Little triathlon with a plot.
For real.
Yeah. Well, I burnt Jimmy ass. I was listening to what he was talking on the draft there, and it kind of made me mad. I was like, I let him get the head start, and I just burnt him on the BMX bike
Get a
too.
head start.
Yeah.
Oh, I always take the BMX bike. Then you
That's
can do
the slowest
jumps.
bike. You know what I'm saying that's
jump.
the slowest bike too.
Oh well, Jimmy's a shit bike racer, bro. So
yeah, I burnt his little dumbass.
do you cheat every time, or have you ever like taken the actual path that you're supposed to?
No, yeah, I got a whole path. I got a real path every time.
Respect.
That's why I gave me a head start.
I think I'm gonna play through GTA 5 the storyline like one last time before this next one comes out because man, that game was so good for real.
Yeah, I definitely want to play that a lot more.
I haven't played through the storyline since like 2023. That's what my game said, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, I always like
once a year.
Yeah, I always like would start it like as of the past couple of years. Yeah, I would like start it and then only play to like a certain point, and then like I fall off, and then like yeah, the last time I probably like fully completed it through was like a while ago.
It's crazy. Like I didn't, but I usually do one every year. Like you check my thing, it's one starting at 19 because that's when I got my own system. Was 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, and then jump to 2025. Like, bro, how did I miss playing GTA playthrough last year? But I was in college and I went to camp, and then I was here, and then here I was 2K crazy, Madden, now NCAA. So it's like I missed 2020. I broke my record, bro.
Speaking of which, we gotta start that league up, boy. It's time for me to put hands on you in the game.
We got the league going. You guys just got to play on it.
Oh, I'm talking about that NCAA.
Yeah, we're talking about NCAA.
Oh, you're talking about something.
I'm not trying to compete for recruits with you, boy.
Boy, we can compete for the college championship. Whatever you want to do.
Miami State taking out my recruits, bro.
For real.
Miami.
That's where I was gonna be
right now.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm Alabama all the way.
Any Florida school pulls recruits. They're crazy.
Roll Tide, baby.
But yeah, whenever you want to start it up, let me know. Cause I'll take you down.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. So politics.
I was actually gonna kind of say something about that. The Eagles declined their visit to go to the White House. That's
Did you see the White House said we never even invited you guys?
Did they really say that?
Of course they did, bro.
That's crazy.
But it's like we all know it was coming though. So
oh yeah, the Eagles didn't decline an invitation they didn't get.
yeah. That's goofy. No, that's funny. But yeah, what you been up to lately, Twano? You missed last pod. You been doing stuff, you said?
I've been volunteering at this camp I go to in the summer.
It's lit.
So I was low-key doing that these last 2 weekends. Last weekend I was volunteering at the high school retreat, which ran from Friday to Monday. So I wasn't able to get home because I was traveling home Monday. And then this past weekend, I was there for like the men's retreat, which is like a retreat where the men kind of get together, worship and fellowship. And I went there Thursday, and I was there from Thursday to yesterday. So yeah, I've just been kind of doing this volunteer thing, which has been really good.
Yeah,
giving me a new resurgence of energy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did all that stuff go? Like, it all went good though?
Yeah, it went really good. Last weekend was good. Saw a lot of campers from the summer, some staff members. This past weekend it was really good to kind of chill, connect with the older guys.
Right, yeah.
You know, and definitely saw some people I hadn't seen since the summer. Had some conversations with some people about some things. So yeah, it was definitely a good weekend. Definitely been a good last week and a half, 2 weeks or so to just kind of, I don't know, mentally I would say to just kind of get away and kind of vacation, even homework.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. That's definitely good shit.
What about y'all? What you boys been up to?
Just rivals.
Buying a house.
Yeah. This boy about to be a homeowner.
Yeah,
My
got
boy
a good
going out.
opportunity to buy a house. Yeah, I think I'll be there by like April-ish.
Hell yeah.
Dude is not from around here. He's got to still come up and get all of his stuff out.
Hmm.
And then even then, I got to do some stuff like fix up the bathroom a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stay in this apartment. I mean, we're gonna be here till September most likely because that's how long the lease is.
I was
But
gonna say, yeah, I didn't know if you were
we might
tied.
get into the new house before the end of the lease, anyways. Since we have to buy it, we can't wait until September, or dude's gonna sell it to someone else.
Right, yeah.
But
No, yeah, that's awesome, bro. Congratulations for real, bro. That's gonna be lit as hell.
Yeah, that's huge. First
yeah,
homeowner out
hopefully
the
I can
group.
set
For
up
real.
a little spot so that we could potentially be recording in a nice little space.
Yeah, that'd be lit.
But
TBD.
But yeah, me, I just be playing Marvel Rivals. I just be streaming 24/7, streaming, working. That's it. That's why I'm trying.
Also been
That's why I'm
getting
trying
on
to
the
get
game a
you on
bunch.
tonight, Twano, because we need to get you on for the stream and for the Rivals, and we need to get your talents in there.
The show taking my talents to South Beach.
The thing.
The thing.
Here's the
It's
thing.
clobbering time.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. But here's the
Yeah,
thing.
so honestly though, it is just the thing is
The thing is that.
No, yeah, here's the thing.
But listen to this thing.
Anyway, people watching this are like, what is happening right now?
No one over their head. They don't get it.
but yeah,
Want to see
but
my
yeah,
thing?
I'll play whatever character you play. I'll play a character that gives them a bonus. Unless they don't have one.
Yeah, come on. We need to get you in. We need a confirmation here that you say that you're going to be on. So then if you don't, we can hold you to it the next time we see you here.
Well, last time I tried to play, Michael didn't respond to my party invites.
Oh, you gotta text me, bro. Sometimes I turn the game on and then like go hang out in the living room.
So are you going to be on tonight?
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna be on. I don't have nothing to do. My girlfriend's busy with it. God.
All right,
Yeah,
See, I don't
confirmation.
have-
Discord.
She's gonna be watching this too. So
Oh yeah, we got to
Be
get you in the
flat.
Discord. You got Discord and shit?
yeah, I got Discord.
All right.
Well, yeah, Michael was like, we'd be on Discord and then never send me the Discord link.
I don't even know how it works, not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, he just like
Like
we
I
like
would've
trained
if I
him
knew
through
that
it.
was a thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
I'm only in my brother Discord. I won't be hopping in his shit. I don't like his friends, but you know.
Does he like your
But yeah.
friends?
He knows all my friends are white.
What's
Yeah.
that mean?
Based on everything that you've told me he's ever said about your friends, I knew that it was that. He definitely knows we're white.
Yeah, anybody want to talk about anything else?
I was not ready for that, bro. Oh,
It fell out too.
I don't know, just fucking around, having fun. That after show, that kind of chill area in between.
Stay
We need
tuned.
y'all
This
at
motherfucker gonna grow.
I can show you something that'll grow.
Oh my god.
I'm turning it to Xbox party.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up. It sounds like.
I think it's time to go.
Yeah.
I'm merging my personalities, merging, bro.
Merging.
Xbox party.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll leave that for the stream. We'll leave that for the stream.
I
Yeah,
hope
well,
you
if
do
you made
another
it,
Skyrim
through
run-through.
that, thank you for watching the pod. LOL.
Yeah, thank
Um,
you guys so much.
We know you're a real one if you're here at this point, but even if you skip to the end or whatever, we will see you next week. We'll be talking about more basketball. Be excited about that.
Yeah, don't forget to tune in to me and Michael's personal stuff we got going on. And yeah, we love you guys so much, and we'll see y'all next week.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.